Hello everyone, welcome to IGL Satellite 2024 Round 3 game between Sneaky Snake and Apestrong. This mission is Frontline and I'm joined by Grotnib as my co-commentator.
Hello everybody, nice to be here again.
So Sneaky Snake is playing Varuna, Apestrong is with Morats. Apestrong won the Lieutenant role and chose a deployment on the red side. Sneaky Snake chose to go second.
As you do when playing Frontline usually.
Yeah, that's unless you are playing against a faction that has super strong Alpha Strike, going second is usually quite okay. So if we quickly walk through Varuna's deployment,
One last thing before we go there, both sides chose to use their first classified card as an Intelcom card, so both are working with some extra points for the end of game scoring, and both of them are looking to complete 3 classified cards.
yeah, that's also a good addition.
MSV on the board.
So Varuna is playing the double Squallow list. We have Squallow multi-marksman rifle here, and I think this is Squallow HMG, if I remember correctly.
You can change the silhouette since you're the moderator, if you want to check.
Yeah, actually, I can probably see the states here. Yeah, Squallow multi HMG.
Yes.
Then we have a couple of Fusiliers here, actually 3 normal Fusiliers, a paramedic and a sniper rifle, a couple of helots, Fugazis back here, engineer, and 1 -3 common marker, which is probably a Zulu Cobra.
And 2 helots.
Yeah. On Apestrong's side, starting from the right, we have 1 Ikadron here, probably just gonna bring those points to the zone by moving 1 inch forward and also bring the repeater there. Then there's a Dartok hacker, 1 guard paramedic, another 1 guard, and Kaidok HRL. On the other side we have Kaidok chain rifle, there's a turret, Rindak FTO with submachine gun, Kyosat SMG, Suryat on here, and a Daturasi and a Raktorak, and also 1 Ikadron. And another Daturasi is going somewhere as well.
It looks very much like Apestrong is gearing up for a strong alpha strike. He seems to be deploying extremely aggressively, looking to take to the field with most of his units and probably try and storm the Varuna DC with something.
Yeah, especially on this left side, everyone is basically at the edge of the deployment zone. And I think this Harris or possible Harris here with Kyosat and Rindak belong to a different group than these Daturasis with Raktorak. And probably this other fire team here is just gonna stand back and provide some arrows.
This is going to be an interesting matchup. Beforehand I was thinking that we might be seeing a matchup between 2 quite defensive factions, because both Varuna in the most traditional sense that it's played, or the most traditional builds that it's played in usually is quite defensive, and also Morats aren't going anywhere in a hurry and they're also really hard to shift. So I'm glad that we get to see the new archetype of some panel factions, which is the 2 Squallow list in this mission. And probably for the narrative of the game, it's good that even though Apestrong won the lieutenant role, he chose to go first, because had he chosen to hard pick second turn, it would have been extremely difficult for this Squallow list to try and shift him. So this might have been over rather quickly.
Yeah, I think this map and this matchup would have been ideal for Cutter because it's a bit more difficult for the Squallows to challenge those Suryats. But yeah, this is the first time I'm actually seeing the double Squallow list, which is exciting.
It seems though that even in Varuna they don't have aquatic terrain, so actually this table isn't going to do them any favors. On the contrary, it may actually limit their movement somewhat. There are also the QAZ zones which also hamper their movement, so it might make it rather difficult for the Squallows to maneuver. But then again, if they can somehow survive and the Varuna force as a whole can survive until the third turn, they are expensive, fast-moving models with enough firepower to push through and occupy zones. So I'm interested to see how this one goes.
Yeah, and the way Sneaky Snake has deployed, I guess it's gonna be a bit difficult for Apestrong to get all the way back to Varuna's deployment zone. Basically, almost every model is deployed on the last 4 inches of the table, except the Helots and this one common marker.
Sorry, just for your reference, I forgot to color them, but the two Hellwats, this
There are only
Fugazi
a few
and
models
the Squallows are all colored
standing, so
pink.
2 Fugazis and Squallows, of course, are standing, and the Helots.
I can't see a Prone
And I
token on the
assume
last
gray is your group
standard
too?
Fusilier, but I expect he should be Prone. There's no sense he standing there.
Yeah, I believe he is prone.
Cool.
Well, they just forgot the marker.
Yeah, or maybe it's under the Squalor or something.
Yeah.
Interested to see what the Varuna player Sneaky Snake brings from his reserve. I don't count full 14 models on the table before a reserve, so I wonder if we are going to see, is it Echo Bravo, the paratrooper, and maybe Krogman.
You've got
Yeah.
one reserve?
How many models can you see?
I think I counted something like only 12.
That's
Can that be right?
I think I see 13, so
13, okay,
there should be one reserve and then one extra model. I can actually show what that is because now I can see it.
Okay. But also kind of concerned.
It's going to be Echo Bravo Hacker.
Ah, cool. I like that profile.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, especially if you're going second. You can just bring it to a zone if you don't find any good opportunity before the last turn.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that profile have Panzerfaust, or was it the paramedic one?
It actually does have Panzerfaust.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Quite a nifty little profile there.
Yeah, it's still probably BS13 because it's Pano. So
yeah,
you can shoot Panzerfaust at the back of something. That's actually quite nice. So what do you think Apestrong is going to do on first turn? Or what would you do in Apestrong's shoes?
Well, it would seem that the Pano defense on the left-hand side of if you're looking from the Morat side, the left-hand side is quite weakly defended. There are practically no diagonal arrows that are going to stop an attack coming from that flank. So probably try to roll in on the first Squallow there.
Do you mean left side from Apestrong's perspective?
Yes, left side from Apestrong.
Yeah, I think this one Squallow is seeing like to the brown containers.
Cool.
Yeah, but
nowhere else.
But you can throw some smoke there, and then you're done because there's no threaded MSV2 Kamau sniper, at least not yet.
Yeah.
So a couple of these 17 smokes will see that lane blocked, and then it's open season.
Yeah. Also, the other Squallow can like diagonally see in front of the other Squallow.
Yeah, true. But that's also nothing that the smoke won't fix.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll be away for 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
So Sneaky Snake brings a Helot
Yeah.
from the reserve.
Without cover. Right. Another Suryat.
Interesting.
And the Helot is actually seeing the Suryat who is standing up.
Make it a full core.
And Apestrong's reserve is another Suryat. So there's going to be a full core team on the right side.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Yeah,
I
so
think that-
I just mentioned that Sneaky Snake's reserve was Helot, that I think was this one, who is currently seeing the Suryat HRL. And then Apestrong's reserve is another Suryat HRL
And I
that
just have one core.
comes to the right side of the
Around
table.
the paramedic.
Okay.
Around the paramedic. Good.
There's also, I think, the possibility that the Dartok is going
Alright,
to
sir.
start spamming repeaters from his pitcher. You have this setup here where the Dartok is part of a pure core, so he's firing those pitches at effective ballistic skill 14, and you have a Ikadron next to him, so you have basically an endless amount of repeaters that you can put out, and that'll be really hard for this panel list to deal with.
Yeah, I believe we are going to see at least a couple of pitchers on the first turn. There's some pretty good area, like behind here and also behind these boxes,
Yeah, makes sense.
where repeaters can be thrown.
And
Cool.
even though I would suspect that the Zulu Cobra is
so
probably
group
a
two
killer
is
hacker,
these
it's
three.
really hard for that
And
to
then who else?
take a fight to the Dartok
Ikadrons.
through a repeater, or even not through a repeater, because with the Suryat, the Dartok is working with a thin bot firewall in any case.
Yeah, I mean, Dartok has BTS 6 and also the Teen Bot, so it's really unlikely that a killer hacker can use the Morats repeaters to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like?
Although it's if you can push
Is this,
through a single wound,
Is this a regular?
that'll get the job
what's the
done,
Dothraki?
since the Dartok either
Or
has
not
to
the Dothraki,
activate
Gaki.
Dogged,
Yeah.
in which case it will die, or you can just continue trinitying the unconscious
Yeah, I'll strip group one.
Morat if Apestrong lets him fall unconscious. So the Dartok is saving on 6s against attacks of Trinity. So that's tough, but that can be done. That's the only hacker that the Morats have access to in this list.
Yeah, but there's also a paramedic who can possibly fix the Dartok if it goes just
Yeah, but
unconscious.
if you render him unconscious, then you can just continue trinitying until he's dead.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't leave him unconscious.
Yeah, at least if you have orders for that.
Yeah.
Apestrong has 15 orders, so no Rasyat on his list. Okay, first Gaki is using an Impetuous order. Sneaky Snake chose to take 2 orders from the first group.
Yeah.
So the Daturasis do potentially have 7 orders for this turn, because Raktarak is NCO and they could use the
No, you're good, man.
012 Prestige as well.
Just moves there.
Apestrong is now using the very cluttered terrain on the middle of the table to shield, advancing the Gaki. The Gaki isn't a huge threat in and of itself, but basically using an impetuous order to develop its position is for free, and later on it's going to get a chance to be at least annoying, if not downright dangerous.
It's probably not that dangerous to Squallows, although it does have an APCC weapon. Like can potentially do 1 wound on Squallow.
And Squallows
If
are
you
only
clearly
CC
remember,
18.
there is a
physical
decomp zone
15,
between this
so they are
HRL
great
and
at
this
melee
sniper.
if you can tie them up.
Yeah,
Just
And
reminding
they don't have any template weapons, so it's easier to approach them than most tags due to that.
Better chances of hitting, but I think I'll just try.
I think most problematic the Gaki can be to, for example, this Zulu Cobra if it chooses to advance. Although I don't know if it's a Zulu Cobra, I'm not sure what it's gonna do to Morats. Of course, it depends which profile. If it's a Spitfire one, then it's actually could be quite efficient.
Cool.
Okay. Kaitok HRL is moving forward,
Yep.
so it wants to see the Fusilier sniper, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good fight for the Kaitok to take. It's got higher or actually equal ballistic skill, but better burst. And if it gets hit itself, it's unlikely to go down, and it even has paramedic support.
Yeah.
I guess it's the 2.7.
I believe there's a link with Fusiliers. I don't see the fire team token. I don't know who is the leader. And is this sniper even within 8 inches of anyone?
Probably the paramedic or the
Oh yeah, the
front
paramedic
Fusilier
is within 8
the
inches.
leader, and then there is
Yeah.
enough.
I'll just
I got you.
Yeah, this is probably within
measure from that.
32.
I'll leave it here for measuring.
Yeah, you can just leave it there, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll have a look at the movements of the other guys here. I guess the paramedic needs to move a little.
If he continues on this path of advance, that would effectively mean that the Dartok would drop out of the fire team at some point, but it seems unlikely. Probably Apestrong is just using the Kaitok to clear this multi-sniper and then be content not to advance further on this flank this turn. There's plenty of difficult terrain there to slow him down and not very many good targets to engage.
Shots into you.
Yeah, he might take Kaitok onto this another balcony if he has orders for it.
I'll just move it now 1 inch back, as I said.
Yep.
I missed what the range was, but it's probably
it was
good.
within 32.
Yeah.
Could you move the hand? Because I can't see it. Yeah,
it's
this is some
nice position for the sniper, actually. It has
All right.
many good long fire lanes.
15s.
Yes, if only it was a Kamau.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we are about to have some grilled Fusilier.
2 saves.
15.
Take 1, and I'm burning.
You take 2.
Okay, so unconscious only, so the paramedic can still save the day.
You have +1 damage?
Yeah, Kaitok has +1 damage. So...
okay, then there's no saving that Fusilier.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, otherwise the paramedic could have healed the Fusilier.
Yes, and now the Fusilier fire team is effectively neutered as a tactical element. They have no secondary weapons, and the lieutenant is in that bunker, so effectively they are just an order battery from here on out.
Yeah, and on the last turn they will move into the own zone, probably.
Yeah, but they're only, 40 points in that case also, so...
Probably 42 with the paramedic, but still quite cheap. But they can move, at least most of them can move into the scoring zone with 1 order.
What I'm about to say is purely a taste preference, obviously, and when you're making lists like this double Squallow list, you have to obviously make concessions. But this is the reason why I usually don't like having a 5-man core with only one effective gun, because you can neuter it as a tactical element by taking out that one gun. So
yeah, although as an order battery, 10 points Fusiliers are not bad, but still there's still like four slots that are
Yeah, and you have
only
three
providing orders.
potential lieutenants there, so I don't begrudge him for that.
He actually has terrain total.
Yeah. Although the all three potential lieutenants are pretty close to each other, so if Apestrong can get something on this flank, he can potentially shoot them all with a couple of orders. There are of course 2 Helots in the way, so and lots of water, so it's not going to be easy.
Okay, it would seem that the Morats on the left flank have gotten a move on.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Daturasis are in a link team, so they did not use an impetuous order. At least for now, the Daturasis can move quite freely.
Sounds good.
No one will see them for a while.
And it looks like Apestrong is using a double Fish 17 smoke here to basically make sure that the Helot can't see
At least one goes down.
the Gyosot and Rindak when they advance from their current position later on this turn.
Oh yeah, true. The Helot would have seen at least Rindak if Rindak stands up.
It's really close. I think there might be a tiny sliver of line of fire when they come to the front edge of the blue container that's floating there, or the blue box, but we will see if that's relevant or not. It's it's looking very much like not, if this Suryat is going to have its way.
So it looks like Apestrong is advancing with pretty much everything at this point.
Sounds good, man. Okay. Just gonna dodge on 11.
Well, the Suryat is seeing a flash pool spot.
The flash pool spot, yeah.
It's gonna be
bad range
negative
band.
6 for you.
Yeah.
So it's looking for 7s.
No
Nothing.
hits.
Okay.
Hero, Fugazi.
It actually manages to dodge and goes there.
Yes. Conserving the order while costing half an order on the Morats. That was a job well done on the Fugazi.
So the Squall Agent G is in this second group that has all the Helots and at least one Fugazi. Currently I don't see anything else in that group.
And yeah, it's the NCO Squallow, so it has a lieutenant order spent also.
Box, yeah, for sure.
So probably
But
we're
if
looking
you,
at a
move any
fire
more
support
forward, you will
Squallow
be
and
seeing
a
over here.
offensive Squallow.
So,
Yeah. And they also have multi-pistol
and actually, if
plus
you stand
1
on the
burst,
box, you'll
so
be seen by this Hella as well.
they are good in like variety of ranges.
Yes. And also surprisingly good in missions where you need to destroy destructible objectives.
I might just take that risk if you decide to reveal them. Let's see now.
By the way, if there are people watching and commenting, I unfortunately cannot see the chat, so please forgive me if I'm not responding to anything that I see there.
Yeah, someone is asking what are the rules on unstable terrain. Let's see if it has any rules. So yeah, you can vault this but cannot end move on unstable terrain. So
King himself.
this blue box doesn't seem to be unstable, but some of these are labeled as unstable. This box actually isn't, but I don't think there's any way you can put a trooper on it. Okay, the Daturasis are going forward. If they would just run forward, the first arrow that they would see is... Do any of the Helots see there? Actually, no.
Yeah, I think it's once they clear the brownish or sand-colored container, then you start running into the arrows.
It is possible.
Yeah, actually,
How
this
many hackers?
Fugazi is the first one,
Of the ET.
and it sees exactly where Sneaky
It is
Snake is currently
possible
pointing.
that I think if you're if any of your guys come to here, they'd be seen by the flashbulb spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they get seen by the flash pull spot even before they reach the container.
Yeah.
It would look like. But this is an interesting, I feel, dynamic playing out now, because if this Alpha Strike goes really well for Apestrong, that may be quite decapitating for the Varuna force. But on the other hand, if these Morats end up overstaying their welcome and they are unable to inflict serious enough damage, then that's they can be left overextended. And
Yeah, especially if Apestrong is bringing everyone forward and then
Here.
doesn't do enough damage, it's going to be a feast for the Squallows.
Yes.
I think the Suryat could see the other Fugazi from the top of this gray box. I don't want to put my
I see what
my cursor there, because then they would see the cursor as well and might get some ideas.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to be be the moderator or the black like color in game, because I don't want people to see what I'm looking at. But yeah, you're correct. That would expose the Suryat into a ARO from the Helot on the far of the board. That would still be quite okay to Apestrong to take that.
Yeah, I think that's some actually. Suryat's already seeing that.
Nothing.
Yep. And I guess I can't see. Yeah, I can't see the Fugazi. I have to go in the box.
Okay, Apestrong has already noticed that he can see the Fugazi from the box.
Maybe I'll just use the discover roll here.
Actually, if he goes on top of the box, he can see two Helots plus the Fugazi.
Ah, true.
Hey.
There is a chance. Yeah.
Okay, so he's discovering, right?
Yeah, he discovered a Helot. Okay, so that's gonna be a really bad range for the Helot, so it should be a pretty safe.
Just remember you are.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at Apestrong's decision to spend time discovering that Helot in the first place. Because
I
if
think
you just climb on top of the box, you basically force them to reveal anyway.
Yeah, I think the reason was that he was going to go onto the box on next order anyway to see the Fugazi, so it's just basically free short skill.
If I move back a little,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like right here.
But now it seems like he's coming back for it.
Yeah, that's actually probably a mistake. Also, because if he goes onto the box, that Helot has only one shot.
Yes, and with next to no realistic chance of hitting, the Suryat would be in cover, and I don't know what the range band on a light rocket launcher is, but probably quite abysmal at that range.
Yeah, -3 or -6. The other Helot would be -3 probably. Also, Fugazi would be -3, and Suryats have BTS 6 against the Flash Pulse. So, I mean, there's a small risk, but
would probably be dodging at that point because it's serving a picket duty there.
Yeah.
Still.
To see the Helot there.
Okay.
Okay, it seems that Apestrong wants to play this safe. I mean, if he has a good plan, what he does with his orders, then this, of course, can make sense.
Yeah, I'll dodge.
Yes, and this is the long play, effectively, checking out the defensive infrastructure of the Varuna list. But I am a bit worried that he is running a bit low on orders.
I'll just move the other guys just a sec.
Yeah, I believe Apestrong wants to take defensive positions with this Suryat Kyosat Rindak link pretty soon and just try to kill a couple of these models that are visible.
Yes, that makes sense.
And then use the Dartok to fire a couple of pitchers to protect.
Okay.
Yes,
his troopers from Squallow.
Yeah, I feel that you really do need to layer those defenses if you choose to pursue that plan
Uh,
Take 2. Wait.
This is my normal
because
turn.
the HMG
I take a win.
Squallow will
And then
outduel
2
the
Atrioxes.
Suryat
He's test.
otherwise.
Yeah, okay, 1 health is removed.
What a shame. If I'd shot you, I would have crit.
But it's also basically
Hmm.
2 orders to remove 1 health, which I think
Yes.
is good for Sneaky Snake.
Yes, that's exactly what the Varuna player is wanting to do. I've heard many horror stories of helots taking out really expensive models, but realistically what they are going to be doing is at best slowing down the enemy. And that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and the helot doesn't really even provide any orders.
Yes,
Especially when
effectively
you have 3 helots, you can maybe convert 1 or 2 of those orders to regulars for Squallows to use, but when you have 3 helots, you don't really care if one of them dies. But of course,
Yes.
from Apestrong point of view, he's clearing those arrows that Varuna has, which will make his second turn push more efficient.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If he still has most of his force standing up. And when I'm looking at the Varuna list, I don't really see any other potential threats beside the Squallows. And of course, the
Dodge with the Fugazi.
Zulu Cobra. No, not Zulu Cobra. Echo Bravo.
The hell on.
Yes, but there isn't a missile bot to support that Echo Bravo, so it's working on its own effectively.
Yeah.
And here I think this is one of the moments or one of those things that shows that different people have different tendencies in how they like to play the game. As we see here, Apestrong, I feel, has more of a tendency for more conservative and more slower tempo plays rather than rushing the enemy DC. I was immediately looking at the enemy DC going, yep, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good observation.
From the nearest point, so it'll be kind of like when I'm vaulting there.
Just making sure you didn't template.
Okay, so now Suryat is seeing the other
13's a fail,
Fugazi.
so
I
you're free.
believe the helot didn't reveal itself.
Which I feel might be a mistake, because that might force Apestrong to
Save.
split burst.
Ooh, almost made him.
Yeah, it could have saved the Fugazi. But on the other hand,
Burning.
the helot will be annoying there. And especially if
Yes.
the Daturasis keep pushing forward, that helot will be really annoying. Although it doesn't really see that well to that flank.
Yes. This is something. But a good thing for Sneaky Snake here is that the Fugazi only went to second level of unconscious, so it's still recoverable by the Palbot stationed next to it. The problem is that since it failed 2 saves, it's now unconscious level 2, so if the machinist fails its repair roll, it will destroy the Fugazi, and at willpower 12 it's barely better than a coin flip, and if you fail then you are faced with the dilemma of expending a command token to try and reroll.
Yeah, that's the problem with Pano willpower, that especially when I'm trying to fix Fugazis, that it's really easy to fail that roll, and then you're faced with the difficult decision of if you want to spend command tokens on a Fugazi, which probably is something you don't want to do.
On the other hand, on this season, I feel that the opportunity cost of using command tokens for rerolls is higher than ever before due to O12 prestige, but this panel list cannot take advantage of O12 prestige until one of the Squallows is entirely destroyed. So in that way, it's not that bad. Then again, there are plenty of irregular orders to turn to regular, so
Yeah, that's also true.
One would probably argue at this point, just trying to fill the airspace while the players are thinking about something, that so far this turn hasn't been too bad for Varuna. They have not lost anything that they weren't ready to lose, and the Morats have not yet been able to establish dominant board control.
That is true. So only 2 losses so far, and one of them is recoverable. One of them, I mean, 3 losses, but one of them is recoverable, and one of them was just an irregular health. I think a lot will depend on how Apestrong is uh, able to land those pitchers, because Squallows do have pretty good amount of orders for them.
Yes, it looks like that's the next stop on this show, is seeing what the Dartok can do.
Yeah, and I think that's also a really smart move to put those features down now, so then you will know what areas are protected, and then you still have a couple of orders to uh, move your troops around to areas where
Yes.
they are protected by features.
Yes, and you don't run into a situation where you leave it too late in the turn and you fail multiple attempts in a row and end up in a bad position. Now you're working with all the information you need, and you can still obviously abort the placement if you feel like you're getting really unlucky. But yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, so Apestrong is spending 1 order to move this link team back to his deployment zone, which I think makes sense because the Squallow HMG is gonna have a few orders, and the Kaidok HRL would have been a pretty easy fight.
Yeah.
Well, not an easy fight, but
Let's see where
still not a fight that the Kaidok will want to take on reactive turn.
but there's a spot where I want to
Yes, especially when fighting through the decompression zone.
Oh yes, sure. That is actually in the way if the Squallow.
So you would be only the
He's
Kaidok
shooting
would
from-
only be firing once.
Yeah.
and
On the left flank, Apestrong's links are currently really exposed, so he will have to move
the other one.
both of those links at least once.
Yes.
You can't see that.
Oh,
And again, the Dartok standing
that's
there really can't stay there either. It's not too easy to get a shot on him, but he is a rather critical part of Apestrong's plan, it seems. So he's going to have to try and protect him.
the other one is over 25.
Yeah, bit unlucky with the ranges of
Range even.
features. One is just above 16 and the other just above 24.
The one on the left.
Okay, yeah. Oh, but no problem there.
That fits.
The left one lands.
And then the other one.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Lucky on the rolls though.
Yep.
The repeater that's close to the middle of the table on the left side, nuked between those 2 blue containers. That's a really difficult spot for Varuna. That's really hard to remove from there. And with Varuna's characteristic lack of direct template weapons, even if you get something there, you still have to. It's not just putting down a couple of light shotgun templates and getting rid of it. You really need to work to get that repeater off there.
Yeah, I think the only way to see the repeater is if you come around the blue box, basically.
Yes, and be in the repeater range at that point. Luckily for Sneaky Snake, Apestrong does not have the SWC for a missile bot with all those heavy weapon in Morats, so there are no missiles incoming, but even so, Spotlight is going to make taking out those rather squishy Varuna units really easy.
Yeah, and Sneaky Snake doesn't really have anything to use to destroy that repeater. He doesn't want to sacrifice the Zulu Cobra for that. At least I assume that he doesn't want to do that. well, the Fusiliers probably are not going to run all the way there, and the Squallows obviously cannot do that, so that repeater is pretty much safe where it is.
But I think this forces Sneaky Snake's hand. If that Zulu Cobra indeed is a killer hacker, it's going to be able to make its way behind the grey concrete wall, and from there Trinity through that repeater and try and settle that for once and for all. And considering how things are looking to
Remember,
proceed, I think that
gun a
might be
turret
the play
here,
to go
and then
for,
those squaws.
despite
That's
being
fine.
so unreliable.
Cool.
The payout you get if you can take out the Dartok is huge for this game. And losing the Zulu Cobra in return, it's okay.
Yeah, that is a good point. So if it is indeed a killer hacker,
Sounds good.
even though it's
One more
like
order.
not easy, it is could definitely be worth it to try to take out the Dartok. Okay, now the Daturasis are
From here, so
pushing
that the
forward.
Squallow can't see.
Okay.
Let's just have a look. Like, what is the spot?
Yeah, you should be fine there. That's like about exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he have enough orders to actually
Let's see if I can
fight against the Squallow?
That's what I'm wondering. He's quickly
There's
running out of orders.
2 orders left plus the Prestige order. He has already used the NCO order. He has to... I think he has to throw through smokes in different places, and one of them has to be a long smoke, because he basically needs to block all this area between the red and the sand-colored container. Yes, and
Yes.
then there's the turret, there is the other Squallow, there's the Helot.
Actually, I'm gonna take.
And what's going to be the piece that...
Cool.
okay.
Points, yeah. I'll still get the
Double.
bonus, even if this goes fell out of coherence.
Okay, it actually seems that Apestrong might be
I'll still keep them.
sacrificing one of the Daturasis
Yeah,
and
there's
moving the other 2 guys back, which I think
Yeah, you're still good. So.
makes sense.
But what is he intending to sacrifice the Daturasi for?
Probably getting into CC with Squala.
Yeah, but then you have to engage it traditionally. You can't even berserk because you don't want to lose your Daturasi.
Yeah, I think engaging traditionally is okay.
Yeah,
and then the Squallow is tied down in CC. He can of course try to use the Machinist to shoot the Daturasi, but that's not easy.
It's going to be like a
true.
With
It's got
mimetism
mimetism and and melee penalties and everything.
Yeah.
And if you hit the Squallow with your combi rifle, you're actually rather likely to cause wounds on it because it's only armor 6 after all. So yeah, if that's the play Apestrong is going for, I like it.
Yeah, if he is able to do that, then it's gonna be pretty hard for Sneaky Snake to do anything on his turn. Because one of the Squallow with more orders is tied down. The other Squallow has, well, 4 orders. Plus a couple of irregulars that he can convert. I mean, he can still do some work, but...
Yeah, depending on where the other Harris ends up, it may be able to take out the Suryat at least, and that's something. But yeah, interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Multi-pistols.
Okay, so he's putting down 2 smokes. One of them is long. I think they probably just noticed the far lane of the Helot. They can see like over the truck or whatever this vehicle is called. Okay, he's putting both in good range. If one of them misses, then maybe Apestrong will just fall back with the link, because the link is still intact.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Now I'll throw them.
Or he could just leave this one Daturasi behind the sand-colored box or container. because it's a spot where it's difficult to dig it out by the
Yeah.
Varuna forces. But okay, no need for that.
Than I thought.
I just
You
wonder
should be
when
able to
the
get to here without seeing the.
I wonder
Just
when
13
the Daturatsi leaves the smoke if something can see it there, so that may
The
force.
Helot can see the Daturasi. I'm not sure about the turret, possibly.
Yeah,
The rock as
and the
leader.
I think
Swallow probably not.
the turret
But
can see the edge of the smoke, so.
See,
But what he has to do is to
the other way.
move twice, do 2 moves, then take a dodge. I don't know if he has enough orders. Okay, these guys are moving
This Daturasi can go here
into safety.
from.
Yep.
And if Singh has to use 1 order for the Suryat Kyosat Harris to put them in the safety, but that's in first group.
And this guy will start moving forward.
So if the Daturasi wants to avoid those arrows, he has to dodge away from the smoke.
yes, and the Daturatsis don't have stealth, so it's going to trigger dodges on the Squallow on the way in,
Don't get an ARO.
which may further complicate this offensive or this tying up maneuver.
Yeah,
This
if
is
Squall manages to dodge, then the
Yeah, but
even if the Daturasi goes in the CC, the machinist might get a shot.
I don't think you can move this dat again though.
Yeah, if I move it, then you will get.
No, I don't know that you can because he's broken out of the link now.
No, I should be.
and now they're talking about whether the Daturatsi gets a move, but it still does because
I'm
it's not
pretty sure-
technically out of the fire team. You only check at the beginning and the end of the order. So
Yeah, I think this is probably coming
thought it
from the
was,
mistake that
after the
Borstria
first
made on
short
this
skill, you
one
get
video
using
when the
control to maintain coherency.
new fire team rules
beginning of the order, end of the order.
were released.
Okay.
But yeah, they were able to
That's how I've always been playing it, at least.
figure that out.
Infinity rules.
Unfortunately, I do know infinity rules.
I'm just gonna walk.
okay, so now this is going to give a dodge to the Squallow.
Sure.
Yeah,
And then if it's
In that
going to
case, I
advance
will
further
move
and
that.
dodge it, that's going to give another dodge.
And these other guys will.
So
yeah. Actually, would it be better to keep the Daturasi slightly
Steps. This way.
like, or not come that close to Squallow, because with the next 4 inches, he just needs to reach the edge of the
yes,
smoke. Although still, like, it might not have helped enough, but
yeah, he would have left some distance on the table, obviously. So it's hard to say whether that's going to be crucial or not. But
yeah.
the dodge,
See something really
it's
quick.
going to be a risk now.
On the other hand, if the Squallow fails 2 dodges, he might be just able to dodge in the CC with Squallow.
No, you should be.
Yes, so he
Although-
has, but he actually has access to 3 orders. Even if he fails to dodge
I
into
will just
CC
do a
with
dodge.
the second activation or whatever, he can still use yet another order, because here the lack of direct template weapon from the
Dodge on
Squallow
a
makes
minus
approaching it rather
Yes.
safe.
Okay, well,
Now-
Squallow
Will dodge.
manages to dodge.
Yes.
It's probably
So
not
now
going to
that-
save the Squallow, though, unless if the Squallow passes another dodge, then he actually might be safe. And Squallow has 3 wounds, so berserking a Squallow is not gonna be that efficient.
Yes.
Definitely would be better berserking the flash pull spot, I guess. Well, actually, no. I think like dealing
But I don't,
two
I don't think
wounds
you
to
need to be
Squallow.
berserking anyone. You can just advance into melee and tie it down, and when the Squallow shoots you, you hit it with
Nah, you
your
should be
sword. You cancel that by winning that face to face. You don't
I think
mind
the turret
getting stunned.
just doesn't
So
see you, maybe. But
Yeah, of course, if you
it's
can
pretty
reach
close.
melee with 4 inches, but if the
I'm out
Squallow
of
manages to
farthest
dodge
point
again,
there.
well, I think still
wait a
there will
second.
be
yeah,
enough.
but where can it go
movement.
basically?
Go back, 'cause I stopped measuring.
What can it effectively do now if it dodges?
Just move slightly backwards. Not much.
Because the Fugazi is basically penning it in. It can't
Yeah.
fall behind. The thing basically that you could
So
do
anyway, can
would be
this
to
work? Right.
try and
Mm,
go around the
also like
Fugazi so that
that.
the machinist would get a shot
Alright,
on the
that's not good.
Daturatsi coming in.
Like so. It's really close. It's like I can kind of see a little bit of a gap. Here, let me take this guy off really quick.
Yeah, I think the
Oh wait, how do you?
turret can see because it can see
There
the
we
edge
go.
of the smoke, so
It doesn't have the circular template.
there is small space
You have the silhouette on
between the red container and the
Yeah,
smoke.
it's really close.
Yes, it would
Take the
appear
turret.
so.
Yeah, the turret can see. Turret
Yeah.
can see me.
And I
Okay.
think the
Okay. Well, I don't.
Helot might see also.
Yeah, the hell sees it
Or I'll just
also.
So this
the smoke.
that's going to necessitate the dodge here, as we previously.
I will declare. Yeah, I'll declare a shoot action with the Squallows.
This is probably a mistake. There, the Squallow is declaring a speculative shot, effectively, so that if the Daturatsi simply moves around the corner, it's going to get free beat. But since the Daturatsi is dodging to avoid the arrows anyway, so this was unnecessary, and maybe the dodge would have been better.
Yeah, if he had passed the dodge and moved slightly backwards, it could have given an arrow for the machinist when the Daturasi comes in
Yes,
CC.
exactly.
But I think this is, in general, really well played by Apestrong.
Yes, yes. And this is again being conservative enough to know what you need to do in order to get the desired effect, and not not put too much of your force into it, so that if you fail, okay, I see. Apestrong was considering using the Daturatsi's chain rifle to spray down
Flash pulse.
Yeah,
Fugazi
but
and the machinist,
I'll
but
pistol
that's
you in
not the
CC.
value play here.
Yeah, and also would have given an arrow for the turret possibly before see. No, actually, he could see the. Yeah, if he just comes like over there, he sees already the machinist, or sees the Fugazi, and the chain rifle
Actually,
will go to.
I guess it doesn't matter, but I think I'd rather just dodge with the Fugazi.
Yeah, you can chain rifle through them, so
Yeah.
there's no. But then the Squall would probably kill the Daturatsi, and that this whole thing would have been for nothing.
Cool.
So, yep.
I will be on an 18 or 15.
And actually, Apestrong still has enough orders to force this engagement and destroy the Squallow.
So I'm using my CC.
I think he already spent the what is called prestige order on this. So he's out of orders for the Daturasi.
Okay. If that's the case, then okay.
Oh no. Oh yeah, 15. That's
yeah.
15 and mine is 26. Here we go.
Oh,
so close to a crit. I think Apestrong crits.
Your DA.
Yeah, Apestrong crits.
3 saves.
Cool.
Ouch.
I take 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So that's rough.
Yeah.
That's really rough for the Squallow.
Now untangling the Squallow with the engineer is even more dangerous. Obviously, you can fix it right up if you do put it unconscious, and it does have 2 levels of unconscious, and you can reroll failed fix rolls or engineer rolls because it's a remote tag, but still, oof.
Yeah, but if you kill the Squallow with the machinist, then the Daturasi is not engaged anymore, and then you can shoot the Daturasi more easily. But
in that case, the Daturasi will chain rifle.
Yeah, the machinist in his chain rifle range, so that's not good either.
And actually, that may all be moot point, because unless this Suryat overwatching that area gets gunned down by the other Squallow, it's basically impossible for the machinist to get there. I think the gap is too wide to clear with a cautious move, and actually you can cautious move anyway because the Daturasi is in zone of control there. So
yeah, how do the shooting in CC rules work again? So the machinist needs to see the Daturasi to be able to shoot it. Yeah.
Yes. So it needs to come really close to do that.
Yeah, the Squallow probably doesn't want to risk it in the CC with the Daturasi.
No way.
But then on the other hand, the Daturasi will just kill the Squallow on his turn. It's a really, really tough situation for Sneaky Snake. But also really well played by Apestrong, counting the orders correctly and seeing that there is just enough time to get into CC with a Squallow. And now it's going to be very difficult first turn for Varuna.
Yes. It looks like Apestrong has achieved his goal, and I would again like to comment this cool-headed, level-headed play that we see here. He's doing enough and not trying too much, and that seems to be what's going to.
Yeah. Okay, now the Suryat is
check something really quick.
climbing down.
Make sure the DAT wasn't in
Yeah,
0C.
I'm wondering
Okay,
what's happening here.
It doesn't matter. I didn't want to do reaction, but I was just curious for next.
Yeah, so he's probably looking to put the Suryat in a place where the other Squallow isn't just going to gun it down, right?
Probably, yeah, because if it stands up there, the Squallow could like kill it totally. Now it will be more difficult, and there's a repeater of course protecting them. I think Sneaky Snake probably should move the second Squallow in the first group to have as many orders for it as possible, and then just go around, try to shoot stuff. Because in the first group he doesn't really have any like tools left.
I wonder if you bring in the Echo Bravo to try and untangle the Squallow on the right flank of Varuna, because you would be able to drop that behind the Daturasi, and then it's 3 dice on 7, so it's not a great shot, but it's a shot that you
this
get
is
there.
Difficult terrain, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
You're
see
good.
that.
You're good.
I think 3 dice on 7 still probably should be enough.
The problem is that there's no avoiding that, but the Daturasi gets to dodge on a 11.
Random difficult terrain.
But still, yeah.
That's also true.
The time for good decisions or easy decisions is probably
like,
past
somewhere else if you
for Sneaky Snake.
Yeah, but I think I want him in this spot here.
Okay.
But I do have another order, just checking if I need to do something.
Okay, the difficult terrain is bogging down the Suryat, attempting to take a aggressive Overwatch position.
In that case.
But I also really like the play here by Apestrong advancing this Harris forward, because he's developing its position so that it can perform a successive assault the next turn.
Okay. You gonna go
except we're returning to the original position. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do get cover from this blue box here.
If you do what you suggested, move the HMG Squallow to the first group, what's the plan for that thing? What are you going for?
Hit a difficult terrain.
I think the plan would probably be, I don't know where the like good far lanes are, but possibly like move on the left flank.
Once you hit a difficult terrain patch, you can't declare any more. Like you have to.
It can probably vault up on top of this box and see something from there, possibly. But yeah, I think Apestrong has hidden his models pretty well, so and an easy job. Yeah, it's difficult to find any angles from this left flank. And I think Sneaky Snake has to deal some damage to stop the
he can't.
advance of Morats.
He's a small boy.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that's difficult terrain, but didn't look like anything really.
How many other Squallow would have if it moves to the first group?
You don't have
there would be
any blast weapons there
8 plus 2, 10 orders. but there's some difficult
Well,
terrain on the way.
except for the Hellots, but that's it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
I'll just take the
really
rest and,
effective
put it next to
trying to advance
so
with all
the,
that difficult terrain. Because the area surrounding that drop pod object in the middle is also difficult, and then there's the decompression zone or the QAZ zone. There is a lot of aquatic terrain, so
Yeah,
it's really a pain in the behind to
who's the
move that
leader?
squallow.
the Rinduck can be
Let
Yeah.
alone get line of fire on something that you can engage and take out reliably.
marked as the leader.
Okay, sounds good.
That's what it is. Yeah. These guys are all good. And then I'll and the
Okay, I think the link finally has found its position. Surya there next to Daturasi.
standing there.
How about if the squallow came on top of the building? That's the blue building with the billboards. From there, it could probably take out the Kiosot.
The kiosk is prone, so I'm not sure if it can see Kiosot.
yeah.
Probably not.
It's here and there, yeah. But at least the solo Kaitok you could take out from there. But oof, yeah, it's looking quite rough.
The core link.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
The hacker goes prone.
Does this scenario have retreat?
Reloading the picture is full order, isn't it? Yep.
Luckily, Sneaky Snake is 1,000 times better Varuna player than I could ever be, so I'm hoping he can find a way to claw back into this game.
The Darthok's going prone, right?
Darthok's going prone. Moves to
Okay, now he's doing what I was saying earlier, putting the Darthok prone in order to conserve him.
Going there.
Yeah, I think the area in the middle with the middle console, from there he could see Suryat and one Daturasi, at least.
Yeah, sure.
But it's probably going to be too close to Repeater then. And he can't really afford to shoot the Repeater first with all the difficult terrain. So Apestrong has spent all his orders. I think one order was used to move the Dartok back prone.
And reposition the rest of that fire team.
Yeah, I think he might have also reloaded the repeaters for Dartok.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had an order for that, but yeah.
There was one irregular order that he used the command token for.
Okay. But I didn't catch whether it was for this movement or whether it was for reloading purposes. But
yeah, actually, there were two orders left. I think the first one was actually used for the other Suryat link, and now the converted order was used for this movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also.
Okay, sorry about that.
A rules question. Actually, I don't think it's applicable here. But in theory, could there be a situation where the squallow ejects the quote-unquote pilot and thus gets the Daturasi out of melee? Then you bring in the Echo Bravo, shoot the Daturasi while it's out of melee, and then you put in the pilot again.
I actually have no idea how that works.
Because you take all the AROs and actions against the dismounted profile the whole entire time, and you can effectively hide behind your tag. So would that in this case effectively, or actually no, because you can declare a move. I think that's the problem. Yeah. Okay. So that wouldn't work.
Yeah, you can't declare a move in CC. So
yeah. Okay. So no.
He cannot take out the pilot.
Yeah, that would be that would be pretty not okay.
Yeah.
I find it problematic that you can use your tag as a mobile cover for the pilot.
Okay. Damages 2.2. Do you know how tall S6s are? Like their inch, their inch height?
Not really.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I can vault this or not with one of my squalluses.
I guess you can have a look at it with the
It says 2.2 inches, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, doesn't the silhouette tell you? Just put the silhouette there and no, it can't.
They're trying to
it's
see if you can vault these boxes or
Yeah.
containers, and it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Just go there.
That Daturasi play was such a clutch.
Interesting.
It could have
Yeah.
gone wrong had he failed the execution in the end with the dodge and everything, but the way it turned out was excellent.
Yeah.
Really strong play there.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, he had to succeed with both smokes and with the dodge, and
Yes.
then win the CC. So
Because they don't have dog days.
even though he is likely in isolation to succeed at every one of those stops, shading many things like that together to get the result is difficult.
I don't know if I really want to do that. This is interesting. Okay. Let's spend it in order. That's
yeah, the odds of just making the 2 smokes and the dodge is like 50%.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Okay.
and then when you combine the face-to-face in the CC, although
really
that
have any
Daturasi is heavily
standing
favored,
up
it still
except
can
for
go
the-
wrong because it's just
Yeah, but it's less
15
than a coin flip,
versus
but
50 versus 26.
So we're just gonna move 6 inches to here.
okay. So the Squallow is getting a move
Nothing
on.
should see me, so I'll just keep.
Yeah, okay, he did not move the Squallow into another group.
Okay. It looks like he's going to use the Squallow to take out the Daturasi, right?
Another order. We're gonna go 6 to here.
First, he needs to shoot the Surya at HRL.
Okay, so first that and then maybe.
So, yeah, I'll just come up to here. Sorry, I accidentally measure your stats zone of control, not mine, but I don't know if that really matters.
I guess in that spot the Surya might already see you.
Okay, let me come back a little bit then.
Yep.
See here. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Or your order. We'll just go 2 inches to here and then back. Yeah, back another 2. Cool. Ask reactions.
I'll take some shots.
I wonder if we are inside or outside of 16 here.
Just
Okay,
outside.
just outside. Okay. Because had that been inside 16, that would dramatically increase the likelihood of a inconclusive firefight.
Yeah.
We both.
Okay, nice. That's a
Oh.
crit. And
Very good.
both sides.
Yeah, both
Right,
crit.
Okay.
Another order. I'll just do the same thing.
And this is also, of course, great for Apestrong.
Yes, yes. I think he would have liked the range to be inside 16 there.
Yeah. Okay, now the
So
Surya
now-
misses on both.
I
crit-
crit hit, so 3 saves.
Yeah, 3 saves for the Suryat.
Yeah, the
It
fact
doesn't
that
matter,
it's
'cause
immune
you're
to
immune
AP should help. Yeah.
So you take
Yeah, it
one.
takes 1 wound only.
Yep, one would.
Cool.
Can I guts anywhere in here? I'll have to throw, but is the
This is
terrain
one of the
itself is
few
not cover, I guess.
mechanical weaknesses
so.
of Morats. In addition to their lackluster, like hidden deployment and
I've just got 2.
other stuff, is the fact that
orders
they're
can do that.
all religious, so you can't just
Prestige.
choose the guts out in this situation.
Yeah.
You will have to roll by.
Although now, the way the Daturasi is also positioned, I don't think
roll
there
past them.
is a
Yeah,
way to
you gotta do
gutch into safety.
Okay,
I mean, he could go prone, but he can still like vault on these boxes and do that Surya. Although vaulting on the boxes removes cover.
can you still see?
Actually,
Probably.
there might be a situation where Apestrong would be forced to dodge out of cover in the towards that console over there, if that would cut the line of fire entirely, and that would then allow
I
the
could.
Squallow to take it out
I can
in
be here, I can
open.
see.
Yeah, if the
Actually, can you even guts? Because we're not in LOF anymore.
Yeah, it's from the spot where you shot.
But
That's good.
I think if he
There,
fails cuts, he has to get
does
out
this
of
heal?
line of fire.
Does it
Yes,
give cover?
Which
exactly.
the position
This
where
thing?
Apestrong just moved
Yeah.
the model,
I don't think
it
so.
was still in line of fire.
I mean,
I
From the
think so
position
too.
it
So,
was
I
shoot
don't
from.
know. It kind of blocks.
so I think it has to move in the opposite direction towards the
I
console.
don't know.
Towards the
Okay.
console or
It's
behind
just,
the
yeah,
Daturasi.
maybe it is cover.
Yeah, that might also work.
Sure. Yeah, we can say it's.
I didn't realize that it's there in the beginning, but
Yeah.
probably I would have ruled from my part that this is cover. So,
Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll just dodge this way here.
Okay, so
Get
now
cover
they're
from the-
cutting the other way. I didn't hear what they thought of. Was the difficult terrain providing cover
That
there or
sounds
not?
good.
Probably yes. I think they determined that it does provide cover.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, that really doesn't hurt Apestrong, except the fact that he's unable to evacuate the Suryat from that fight.
Yeah, and now there's probably not enough orders for the Squall to get its hands on Daturasi anymore.
No, no way.
Because it
It's
still has
only
to.
2 irregular orders that you can convert, and you can't use O12 Prestige. So I think that attack is now blunted.
You can still, of course, shoot the Suryat.
Yeah, and you probably want
Okay.
to.
Yeah, and then that would free the
Sure.
machinist to
I'll convert
walk towards the
this
Daturasi.
Morats, a regular order.
Yep.
And I'll use it again. This time I'm forced to come out more. Might have to even come out more.
Still in cover.
But now this maneuvering threatens to leave
Let me
this
see if this
second
prevents a
Squallow
dodge. It
in a
does.
rather exposed
I'll go back
position
another
close to the front line,
turn.
or it can quickly
Cool.
suffer the
Sure.
same fate as its brother or sister the
Yeah,
previous turn.
there is one Daturasi waiting for it.
I'm gonna do. I'll still take the dodge, but
Okay.
But I don't need to move anything from that really. Okay, shots.
Okay, so the Daturasi is taking a dodge, probably to go
Actually,
prone. I
I
don't think there's anything else that it needs to do.
I'm shooting
Yep.
you, don't worry.
3
is good for you.
So 3.
Another
Okay.
Wow,
crit.
okay. Another crit.
3 hits.
Yeah, Squall has
Alright, 4 saves.
crit with all 3 rolls.
But I think
But one of
even
them, of course,
though
got cancelled.
Yeah, he's toast.
Yeah,
Okay.
Suryat goes down, but it did what it needed to do.
That's really
Yeah,
nice.
pretty
One
much.
order pool effectively now spent, and the Daturasi is still where it wants to be.
Yeah,
Alright,
Squall
can I measure
is
it? Is that
definitely where it
control
wants to
again?
be.
yeah, for sure.
I had the dodge roll, but I'm not anyway gonna move anywhere, so.
Okay.
No need to.
What are the odds I take? Let's look. I'm gonna spend an order on the Mark II multi-marksman rifle.
Oof.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
This
And
is
then he will
potentially
just
suicidal.
idle.
CC.
Yeah, CC.
So 1 dice on 15 against
Cool.
1 dice on
I'll hit you D8 and it'll be
26.
burst 2 on 15s.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, but he's burst 2 because of the multi-pistol. Okay.
Oh, true.
Thanks.
That means
failed
it's both.
Yeah.
Alright. 2 saves.
Take 2.
Oop! Oh, that's nice.
Saves both.
Lives to fight another day.
That's not what I wanted to happen. Okay.
Yeah, if the Squallow dies, then the other Squallow can move there, but except that the Death Squallow would still be in the way,
Yes.
blocking the line of
So I will
fire.
spend an order on this guy.
So Daturasi is in a really nice
movement
position.
in the river, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and now here comes the.
Okay.
Oof.
And assuming nothing, I'm just gonna keep going.
Where is it going?
What are you and where are you going? Interesting. I have no idea what's going on.
Another regular order. and I will
Pretty
go
much has to be a
4
Zulu
inches to
Cobra.
here.
Yep.
And see your little TR bot.
It's going after
Okay,
turret.
spending time engaging the turret.
Yeah.
No willpower. Yeah, it's just delaying there.
Yeah.
I thought the turret was the least of
He's
his
tricky.
problems, but
Yeah.
probably he
Micro
wants
has
to
controls.
go after
It's
the
a stop
Rindak
number.
and Daturasi, perhaps.
Okay, perfect.
It's
Yeah, I'll
probably the
just reveal
Spitfire
and shoot
one.
your guy, and you can get your dodges.
No,
No,
it's the
it's-
KHD.
Actually, sorry.
What do they have
Wait.
here? Oh,
He
what do they
has.
have here?
I wonder why he didn't go for the.
I'm
If I did the math right, it's pretty much
move like
50-50.
slightly back a little bit. just
It's
'cause I'm a little bit worried about
the dice calculator is giving me if the Zulu Cobra is
Probably
fighting through the
could've just
repeater
gone,
a 0.28 wounds
It
per
might matter, it
order,
might not.
4 and 0.26
yeah, so-
against.
It's a
Yeah, the turret.
KHD.
Yeah, the turret will take shots. Everyone will dodge. Who can? Probably the Kiosk can't. Let's see. What was
I
the
wonder
point
if
where
this is aimed at assassinating
Like
the
this.
other Daturasi so
there?
that it can be used
No.
It could be.
later.
Cool.
Because that other Daturasi is a
We
really
are
big threat
both
to the
out of
HMG
contention
Squallow.
points.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
but
you're
that
gonna
still
be
leaves the
on a
problem that
minus-
his compatriot
he
is
just
still
can't
alive
shoot,
and
yeah.
kicking in an even more dangerous spot. So
Alright, my third
Yeah.
shot's on a -6.
okay, that's a hit and a
7's
crit.
and 1 is a good as well. So 3 saves.
DTS drops to 2.
Oh, you turret! We
Nice.
hardly knew the.
Nice. I think they're just removed, right?
There's
After they
a
take the win?
Yeah.
F-13
Okay.
Yeah.
turret factory somewhere,
Alright, and then your
crying oily
dodges.
tears over its
Yeah.
lost child.
Was that over 16 inches?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
17 inches.
so cover long range. Mimetism surprise attack. So yeah, the turret was not able to hit at all.
How many orders do you have there still? Single
5.
one.
I wonder what Concilium Watch has to say about war crimes like that, executing defenseless turrets. Okay.
Yeah, at least defenseless in this case. Kerindak is staying in cover but moving away.
Sounds good.
Okay, the Rindak is probably going to be a pretty tough nut for the Zulu Cobra to crack, because as long as it's
You don't have
dodging,
any
it's
damage
imposing a
points.
-3 on the Zulu Cobra.
Cool.
So it's 3 dice
I
on the
will
table.
spend another order. Come out to see you. So let's see. 1.3.
Okay.
And then another 2.7.
Yeah, Zulu Cobra has terrain total.
Oh, it does. Cool.
Yeah.
So it could use that terrain to its advantage then. Yeah.
I think I'll just dodge.
Sounds good.
It'll give you the -3. I'll be on 16.
I'll be on 10s.
This, correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels
I
like
failed
a
everything.
situation where
So did you.
this engagement
And then
in
your
and
dodge
of
with the
itself is not
Oh, yeah.
terrible for the Varuna player, because the Rindak is effectively unable to fight back, but at the same time, regardless of how this turns out, it's not going to have
Potentially
a
more
dramatic
order.
effect on the end
Yeah.
result of this game. So this feels
Yeah.
like an unoptimal way of going about this.
Yeah, well, I don't think Varuna has any optimal ways at this point, or at least ways that are like really good. But yeah, engaging Rindak is most likely just going to waste your orders. I mean, if Varuna gets lucky and is able to remove the Rindak completely, that does change the picture somewhat.
What do you think it changes if the Rindak should go down here?
Good, man.
It's about 30 points and 1 order away. But of course, if it requires a lot of orders to do that, then
I guess that should be it.
it might not be worth it.
Yeah, because
Basically,
I
it's
feel that
just
the
like-
Daturatsi here in the corner is a critical threat to everything that the Varuna player holds dear.
So you're just trying to see the corner?
just
Yeah.
to the in
And I think
front of the
Rindak is
corner, but so that you can
like positioned in a
see
way that it
the
blocks the
Daturasi
way
with
to
the Squallow if you move sideways.
the
But I
Daturasi.
can still see the Rendak in cover with the Fazulu.
Yes, yes, but I just don't want to be seen by the
Yeah.
I think
Squallow.
at this point the
I'm
Zulu Cobra
gonna
could
measure
just
this here,
take
or
like
the shot
one
on
shot at Rindak
for sure,
and then
but I wanna
stay
make
there, and the next order just move towards the Daturasi. And
Yeah, the Rindak doesn't have a direct template weapon, so it effectively can't stop the
Interesting.
Zulu Cobra from getting to the Daturasi,
yeah,
if that's what you're looking to do.
and actually if the Zulu Cobra gets to Daturasi and manages to pass the chain rifle save, although the Daturasi could also just throw smoke,
Where's that engineer
which
guy? Oh,
would
he's
be
back
bad.
there. Okay.
But anyway, if the Zulu Cobra manages to kill the Daturasi and survive, it could then move forward and shoot the Rindak in the back from outside
Yes.
of 8.
Or take out the
Okay. I'll
Raktarak
spend another
specialist
order.
operative back there.
Yeah, that as
But
well.
I think those two guys are the
I
like
think I will come out
tactically
again,
important ones at this stage of the game.
2.1
Yeah.
or 2.2 to see you again.
But I think
Okay.
he cannot move back with the
and
Zulu
then
Cobra. He
I'll
has to go
back
forward
like 5 and
because
then
now he's not going to have enough orders to
or 1.3. There we go.
actually do any damage.
So I'll see you again.
Yes.
Okay, I'll shoot you again.
So the Rindak has fulfilled its
Contents.
purpose here, regardless of how this
A
goes.
9. Okay.
One hit
One
doesn't
save.
really matter all that much
Yeah.
because it's an NWI piece.
Isn't enough. I think I take a wound from that. Yeah, this is
Yeah, Rindak takes 1 wound.
I'll try to guts.
Get it?
Yep.
So that's what 3 orders spent to cause a wound
Just come prone
on Rindak.
Yeah.
That's good.
right here.
Cool.
Well, now the Zulu Cobra
Spend
actually
another order with the
could
Zulu
just move
Cobra.
forward and shoot the Rindak, but it's going back.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna come back 8 inches to here.
Okay, is he now going to go for the Daturatsi? He's only going to have an order for this.
One order for that.
That's not deal.
Then again, leaving the Echo Bravo there, or sorry, Zulu Cobra there, would mean that if the Daturatsi engages the Squall on the next turn, it's going to take a freebie from the Zulu Cobra, so there's at least that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend an order on the machinist, and I'm just gonna go 2 inches to here, and
Okay,
then 2 inches back.
Yep.
Or whatever,
so
just
now
wherever it
we're
is.
fixing the
I'm just gonna try to
Fugazi.
pick the Fugazi back up, and you're welcome to dodge if you'd like.
Yeah.
I failed.
So this means that he is not able to
Or
remove the Daturasi.
unconscious level 2.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
And now we are facing
Yeah.
exactly the situation we were talking about previously.
I will spend 1 command.
I would also like to copy paste my previous rant about
Yeah.
doing stuff that's not the right for the time.
Cool.
Yeah, this is a frustrating
Last
thing about
order,
Pano that you have
I
great tags,
will
but you have shitty engineers.
Yeah,
Zoo
at
Cobra.
least in this faction, I think Karhu engineers are great.
Yeah, but they are still whip 12.
Yeah, standing there.
Aren't they with 13?
No, they are whip 12.
Ah, okay. But I think somewhat
How about
the
over
fact that
here,
the tags are remote controlled mitigates that, because
Yeah.
I'm playing factions that have man tags, and even though I have higher willpower engineers, I'm not willing to repair those because the likelihood of causing wound on your tags is quite high.
I'm worried though.
And also with Pano, you're pretty much forced to bring engineers because attacks are also with 12.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's true.
if they get isolated and immobilized, they literally can't do anything.
It's tricky. I think I'm just gonna go.
Okay, you got
move 8
disconnected.
inches to here.
I did?
I don't think anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
just
okay.
end up in the
I'm
same
going to
position as that other
keep
guy.
up the fort while
there.
you reconnect.
It's still okay. Now got disconnected. I will join again. Story about this.
Okay. Cool beans. And that's it for me.
Oh goodness gracious, you just missed a Hilo user burst 18 HMG to gun down a Kaitok. Sorry you missed it.
Everyone's unconscious.
Okay, I should be back in a second.
Let's see.
Okay, now I'm just a spectator.
You can ask Sneaky Snake for an upgrade if you want.
Group.
Yeah, I will send him a message. Actually, I will just use the voice chat. It's faster that way. Hi guys, I got disconnected. Could you promote me again to Game Master or whatever that is called? Thanks.
Yeah,
Great, thanks.
Cool.
So I think we are going to
that does
witness
have
a
its skirmishes,
Daturatsi earn
then
his
so does
pay
the
and then some
Frontline.
by
Okay.
absolutely destroying the Pano backline over there.
Yeah. What did you say about the retreat? Does this mission have retreat?
I actually didn't check. I can go and look for it. You keep commenting what's happening.
No, just
Yeah, okay, thanks.
You do have the engineer there. So should I? Maybe I'll just fight normal and try, because I'll probably win. So I won't berserk.
Okay.
Okay, Sulugobra went back into camo.
Yep.
Nothing else really happened.
8. 4 is not good enough.
Saves.
This squalls will dodge though.
Yeah, sure.
And so will the.
And Daturasi wins
okay, 2 saves.
CC with Squallow
He's unconscious.
and goes unconscious.
Sorry. Dodge with the HMG. Nope. Dodge with the Fugazi. Yep.
Now, does the Daturasi want to take out the machinist and Fugazi with a chain rifle, or does he just move towards the Squallow around the red
Actually,
container?
this mission does not seem to end on retreat, so
Okay.
the Daturatsi is free to go about his business.
Yeah, so this mission has retreat, but it doesn't end in retreat.
Yes.
I hope the players know that. It's the retreat rules are sometimes a bit confusing.
No.
Sometimes, all the times.
Yeah, and I often see players like playing it wrong, thinking the game ends in retreat when it doesn't, or forgetting that the mission doesn't even have retreat.
I find the whole business of retreat very confusing, but maybe this is not the time and the place. You were asking about the Daturatsi. I see no point in not engaging the stuff there. You can even just go prone and chain rifle the Fugazi and the machinist if you feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think actually he could just move in the CC with the
Go for it.
Fugazi and then chain rifle them both.
But if you do that, you do give the machinist a free shot that may end your rampage. But if you go prone there, then the machinist can take you out.
That's actually true, yeah. On the Fugazi could see you.
Yeah, and if you get stunned, then you get stunned.
Yeah,
but
the machinist has physics 10, so it will dodge on 7s.
Yes.
So there's a pretty good chance of taking out the Fugazi and the machinist.
And even if the Fugazi flash pulses, it's only a 50-50 to hit you, so...
Yeah.
Now, I just have to go work on those classifieds. I'm gonna need a few guys for that.
Okay, now Apestrong is thinking about the classifieds. Let's see what classifieds he has. There is HVD designation, so he needs to FO or spotlight the HVT. He also needs to use Suryat. to
one's watching.
check the identity of the
No.
HVT,
I
and then
haven't seen everyone yet.
you
Yeah,
every classified
have,
is against the HVT.
You
Well,
revealed
I had
What was the
14.
third one?
Third one was
revealed 14
HVT inoculation, so a doctor or
Okay.
paramedic. So
But the core team can do all of that, and potentially on the last turn of the game, just advance forward and
yeah, the core team can complete all of those classifieds. It will just
they
take.
can also take the territory needed to win the game. So you can leave that basically for the last turn and just go kill,
Okay.
kill, kill this turn.
The guy
Yeah.
is still prone, but now I'll use the next order.
The squall can actually see like this area here
Dartok will be the leader.
in front of the HVT.
Actually, one more thing why I feel that the Dalturachi should try and chain rifle is the fact that there is a world where the machinist next turn Gizmo gets the Squallow back up. And if you chain rifle, you might also take out the Squallow for good.
That's actually true. The Squallow is only level 1 unconscious, so it can actually take 2 wounds. But yeah, that's actually a really good point, because if somewhere the Daturasi dies and the machinist is still up, then it can indeed pick up the Squallow, and then Sneaky Snake would have again 2 Squallows.
Cool.
So actually,
as long as
yeah.
Apestrong keeps the Daturasi in base-to-base contact, he's pretty much good to go there. So he could just do a 2-inch prone move, chain rifle everybody, and still end up tying up the Squallow if it comes back. Okay, so the core team is advancing.
Okay, he's shooting a repeater.
Okay, so he can, while advancing, also complete the...
Yeah, that's a smart move. Yeah, it just requires spotlight rolls against the HVT, so you don't need to be in zone of control.
There, and the other one. Just say right next to it.
Cool.
This is a good habit to get to. If you need 2 repeaters in effectively the same place, just lay them out next to each other, even though you might feel tempted to place them on top of one another, because this way there's a high likelihood that you will get 2 instead of just 1. And even though the opponent can, for example, use a template weapon on both of them, you need to fail saves on both in order to remove the repeater threat.
Yeah.
More orders on the core. Dartok remains leader. Going prone here.
It looks like Link isn't advancing yet, so he's just trying to complete a classified. Right, or someone is advancing.
Move here.
Okay, the rest of the Link is advancing. All right. I don't know if Apestrong has seen that there is a line of fire with the Squala and the Fugazi when he passes the drop pod.
No arrows.
Yeah, I know you're good.
Let's do it. Nope. Okay. One more order. The paramedic guy will start. So he ended his move there. So 3. Suryat will now move.
Yeah, first one is the paramedic. The next move, the Squala and the Fugazi will see the paramedic if they're standing up. Or actually, even if they're prone, the Squala might see them at some point. Probably not.
Let's go. Spotlight number 1.
Yep. Okay.
Oh only one more to go.
I think it's interesting that Apestrong is doing this first instead of the Daturasi.
Yeah, I wonder if he's afraid of the retreat situation or what's going on here. Because this feels like something that you could achieve on the last turn, and you don't even necessarily need to achieve this to win anyway, because it's just enough that he occupies the zones.
Yeah, of course he wants to maximize the objective points.
Yes, yes. But I feel that if you did, and again, take any criticism of ours with a grain of salt, and also it's way easier to comment than it's to play with all the cognitive pressure and being excited and looking
go,
for
you
the
got
good
this.
result and everything. But still, if he was to make this move on the last turn, you would be able to advance willy-nilly forward, not fearing any losses, and you might even push past the HVT to take out the Fusiliers for the last turn. Then again, maybe he's thinking that that's his plan for this turn, to take out those Fusiliers.
Save some orders, so I'll.
Yeah, I don't think there will be enough orders for that though.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Especially if he has to go prone with these guys too.
Others will drop out of the link.
Yeah, going prone in water is slow going for these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this move in 3, come on.
Did he manage to complete the classified?
Oh yeah, data scan was completed.
Okay, yes. And obviously he doesn't even have to complete both of these. He could just complete one of these and let secure HVT take care of the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the others are being left behind.
His own HVT is extremely well protected. There is obviously the last turn chance for the Echo Bravo, but still.
This is the second move.
Yeah, I think they both missed that there was a fire lane from the Squallow. I think. Yeah.
Do you think that there's one even if they're prone? Because I think
there's. But they are not prone. They're standing up.
Ah, they're standing up. Ah, okay. In that case.
Okay, now if they're standing up, then there actually might be orders for the Suryat to shoot at least 1 or 2 Fusiliers.
Well.
But still, I would much prefer to use the Daturasi first, so I know the situation with the Squallows.
Yes, yes, and in the case that things go poorly for the HMG Squallow, that would also have eliminated the line of fire that exists there now.
Yeah, but they missed the line of fire, so.
But there is a world where retroactively they actually fix it by the Daturasi taking out everything there, or at least blinding it, and then you can say that okay, it would have been the same result. If I had just activated them a bit different.
My dodge.
Okay, so dodging with the Helot.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That's a good idea. Trying to bring it out to see one of these guys. The light rocket launcher profile does have an SMG, so it's quite dangerous in closed spaces also.
Should I stay there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just go towards you. I think I'll come.
So the Helot, did the Helot pass its dodge?
No, it failed on an 11.
Okay.
The Helots are not dodgy, it's the Libertos who are.
Yeah.
These guys are twitchy with their trigger fingers, not dodgy on their feet.
Oh, you'll dodge again.
Yeah, I will dodge again.
I'll go prone with the Suryat.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so Apestrong will not use the Suryat to shoot any Fusiliers.
Whip check you're making.
Yeah.
But he's wisely going prone because he doesn't want to fight linked Fusiliers inside 16.
Yeah.
Inoculation.
Okay, 2
Hey.
classifieds for Apestrong.
And he
Yeah, it could be that Apestrong is thinking
Sorry,
about the
I
retreat, and
forgot to
that's why he
change
doesn't
his
want to
facing
engage the
whenever he revealed. Can I do that really quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Squallows.
just want him to be facing like so.
But now that the Suryat is gone from
This
Apestrong's left flank, it opens up possibilities for the other Squallow to go forward. And there are also no repeaters here to stop the Squallow from advancing.
now I could say that
on the right side of right flank of the Varuna.
Yeah,
I don't think
of
he
course,
has orders enough to advance there anyway.
with the others, if he moves the other Squallow to first group, he has a lot of
Yeah,
orders
okay.
there.
Darkhawk is prone.
Yeah, in that case, yes.
Dartok is prone.
Now that he's not taking any casualties, but there, the first one is Daturasi, which would be
Use an order here to
well within 8. I mean, outside of 8 inches, so good range for the Squallow, but the Daturasi can just throw smoke. Rindak is difficult to kill.
start working my way with this hero Daturasi. Let's just
Uh,
first
Do Fusiliers in Varuna have
remove the Squallow.
any terrain skills?
Okay.
I don't think so, but let me see.
No one can see
Because
to
if
get
they did,
dodges.
you could even send a commando unit of 3 Fusiliers advancing through
Yeah,
the
let me-
water, because there
Um,
aren't really any targets that
I
can
don't-
stop them.
they don't.
I
They
don't know if I see.
they don't
Too
have
bad.
any.
They
the,
most definitely should have wetsuits
Squallows.
like the rest
Yeah.
of them.
Maybe you do.
I think I do actually.
Okay, so
Pretty
now
close though.
they're
Yeah,
activating the
You're
Daturatsi.
right. So I guess you'll take a flash pulse then.
I will flash pulse you. Yeah.
Well, I could have
Okay, so he's
chain rifle, but yeah, that's it.
And then dodge and
Actually,
dodge.
remove it. Sure.
he's good at crying the
So
Squallow
the
just to
flash
be
pulse-
sure.
9.
The flash pulse hits.
0 range, and
It's I'm on a 10.
you're on a 10. That is
Okay, so again,
so
So,
2
two
saves.
saves.
we are seeing Apestrong do the conservative play. Instead of trying to
Oh,
take
let's
out the machinist with the chain rifle,
Yep.
he's making sure that the Squallow doesn't come back by good at crying
Do
it.
my dodge with the Squallows.
Yeah.
Good, and then dodge with the.
Yeah, I mean, there would have been a risk that if he has tried to chain rifle the machinist, then
Also good.
machinist could have
No,
passed
yeah,
his
that's
dodge,
okay,
and
but
the
Squallows is good.
Fugazi could have indeed flash pulse the Daturasi.
Squallows will go.
But even in that case, the Daturatsi would
another
still have been in
I'll-
base to
I'll by the
base
way
with
try-
the
try to,
Squallow, so there would have been no world where you can bring up the Squallow and the Daturatsi isn't engaging it unless you take out the Daturatsi first.
Yeah, then he
And that's-
could have taken out the Daturasi with the other Squallow using multi-pistols, so...
Bills.
know how to do it.
Yeah, if he was willing to sink a lot of orders to that. But at the same
Yeah.
time, the Daturatsi would have been dodging
I will correct
all the
my
time.
mistake.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is the safe play.
Yeah,
Are smokes BS attacks? I think they are, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can't
Also.
smoke anymore either.
but now he has the other
That's
Daturasi.
Yes, and enough orders to
Interesting.
do some
Yeah, I
damage
guess I'll
with
face
that.
it. Cool.
Yeah, there are 5 orders potentially.
And there
There's
Or
not-
even 6 if he uses the NCO
Oh
on
yes,
the
they are.
Raktorak.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
it's
They are
very
still
good to
in
swallow it.
in link, so 6 orders. He first has to smoke this one gap here. It's actually not that easy to engage the Squallow with the
No,
Daturasi.
actually not.
No, I could.
Because this gap is so narrow that when he throws one smoke, he cannot throw another smoke the same gap anymore.
It would basically be probably throwing a smoke there, then advancing into the smoke, then spec firing out of that
Dark
smoke on an 11,
Dark
and then going forward.
Yeah,
Hacker.
the other way is
Yeah,
to
yeah,
block
put it
this
prone, right?
Yeah,
narrow fire lane here and go around the brown containers, but that also takes orders, and it's still not much better because once he comes around the brown containers, the Squallow will see it. So it will be like one smoke like in front of the like vehicle there, and then another smoke next to Squallow.
One option also would be to throw one smoke so that you can get the Ragnarok close enough and then bully the Squallow with the Vulcan shotgun, because the Squallow effectively has to dodge not to get burned to a crisp, and then you get to bully it.
Yeah, that's also a good option.
Then if and when the Echo Bravo reveals, just blast it to death first, then proceed to bully the Squallow. If for some reason you go unconscious, there's a paramedic behind you to pick you right back up, potentially.
Surya here will be the leader.
Mhm.
I'll check the zone of control.
Okay, Apestrong is now using another prestige order to try to complete the identity check with Suryat.
We'll come here.
Mhm.
And bringing the Morat paramedic into some semblance of cover, even though it probably won't survive there anyway.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Well, it's kind of close whether it has cover or not.
I wonder if he would have had enough move to get past the repeater. But
yeah, I guess
actually no, because it's he's suffering from the difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably a Fusiler is just going to peek out and take out the Morat as a consolation prize.
Do I get any bonus on that? No. Okay, here it comes.
Good.
It's a 5.
Okay. So now he has all his classifieds that he can accomplish.
Cool.
Let's give 3 points to Morats.
But what I just a tiny bit dislike about all this is the fact that even though this is the conservative play, this is also the play that leaves the door ever so slightly open for the Pano to do, or Varuna to do something extreme and swing this back, because in Frontline the second player advantage is so huge that if you don't decisively knock out your opponent before the third turn, there is a chance that they will be able to do just enough to still swing the game.
That is true. And as long as this one Squallow is alive.
Yes, there's a chance.
Yeah.
And I also feel that a small mistake that has happened here is that the Daturatsi has failed to go prone. The corner Daturatsi on the DC has failed to go prone in any number of situations where he could have. So
actually, he tried to go prone at roll 14.
But he could have gone prone just when he performed the coup de grace. There was nothing stopping him doing that then.
Oh yeah, that is actually true.
So now there's a world where the machinist just takes him out. Obviously, there's a chance that the Daturatsi returns the favor with a chain rifle, but at this point it's probably a exchange you just have to take as the Pano player.
And I think that Daturasi is standing up, he can just use the Squallow to...
Yeah, actually that's true, yeah.
Shoot the Daturasi. And currently Daturasi cannot see the machinist, so machinist is safe.
Okay, what are we rolling?
Smoke.
Cool.
So now Apestrong is a little less lucky with the smokes. And now it seems that there won't be enough orders to engage the other Squallow with the Daturasi.
But then again, oh,
bruh.
It's just fumbling it now.
But that doesn't
He's
mean that he
nervous,
couldn't
keeps
bring
dropping
something
the
forward
smokes.
to keep them in check. Put another piece into the puzzle that Sneaky Snake would need to resolve before he could advance. for example, throwing smoke and then bring the Raktorak there, you can't really use the Zulu Cobra to take out the Raktorak, because in that case you get splashed by the fiery template on the Squallow, and vice versa.
Yeah, I guess this is the like more conservative play, keeping them all in cover.
Yep. I'll do a cautious move with the Daturasi, or just a sec, no one can see.
Okay, Daturasi is doing a cautious move.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just wants to bring it forward, I guess.
Like that. Should be able to get out of the line of fire of the Squallow. There.
Yeah.
And the Raptor will just gonna go prone and back down. There.
This Raktorak isn't getting paid to take risks. He was promised a comfy desk job where you just order underlings to do stuff and collect the paychecks for everybody.
Yeah.
Orders do I have left? One.
Yeah, he still hasn't spent the lieutenant order, so he can. If they're still within 8, they can. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
can
if
once
he hasn't
freely
done
move
that,
the
then that
Daturasi.
would have been a good idea to use it there, because it doesn't matter which one of them is the team leader when you perform that cautious move.
Yeah, that's true. Now he can still once move the Daturasi somewhere.
Yeah, and you can now propel him with the
No, he's
lieutenant
standing.
order, no problem.
Okay.
And then there's one order left. But I don't know what the Daturasi will do with that.
Before I do anything dumb, I'll use the prestige. And
Oh, he hasn't used the prestige yet.
Okay.
These remaining Harry's dudes here.
Mhm.
The Rindak will. The Rindak has to back down.
Interesting to see where this order is going. Okay, so it's going on. Okay.
Keeping Rindak safe.
Interesting.
Kiosk right there. The Rindak will just take a second move and come behind the box here.
Apestrong is really playing it safe.
Yes.
Trying to limit any risk.
But then again, there is the risk that then you may not have enough on the last turn, or the opponent will have too much rather.
Probably not.
Apestrong still has to use a lot of orders on the last turn to move guys into positions to take control of zones. If he doesn't meaningfully contest the enemy zone and leaves it all for the middle zone, then obviously Sneaky Snake would need to complete all of his classifieds in order to win by just controlling his own and the middle zone, but that is possible still.
Yeah, I think there's still a way for Sneaky Snake to get back in the game and actually win. If he manages to use the other Squallow to kill Daturasi, Rindak, maybe even the Raktorak as well, then Apestrong's like whole flank is pretty much collapsed.
And actually he doesn't even have to use maybe the Squallow for all that, if he can make good use of the Echo Bravo when that comes in. That's still a ace up his sleeve that he can use to take out some stuff.
Yeah, that's also true.
And there are pieces that are quite easy to take out from, like the Morat Vanguard Paramedic is just waiting to be killed there. The Suryat is in a compromised position also, so...
The Harris is gone now.
Yeah, he just has to be careful that he's outside of 8 of everything if he brings the Echo Bravo.
Yes.
On this watery flank.
Do nothing.
I wonder what this Daturasi is up to now. Because this does look like an attack run of some type. because that's quite an aggressive position to leave him at if this is just a area denial play.
Dodge.
Sounds good.
Is he trying to template the Squall in a way that it also hits the Zulu Cobra?
That
Or-
would be my guess, but that doesn't feel like an optimal play because the Squall can just take the hits and probably take just one wound or something like that, and then the Zulu Cobra can dodge.
Yeah.
And you can't berserk from here.
There.
Cool.
I don't think you have 8 inches to berserk the Squall.
In the berserk range, but I'll just
Yeah.
use an order.
Mhm.
I'll move here.
Okay, and this is these two
Oh,
guys
actually,
are
no,
the
no, sorry, never mind.
only smoke
Cool.
that
Going there.
Apestrong has
So,
left. So
I
if
move
they do
past
go
the
down,
concrete wall there,
that does make the last turn
you see me with
a
anything
bit more
else.
difficult.
Anything else if I
Yeah.
can't pick
Yeah, next turn
out,
Apestrong.
so I don't
Well,
get
the one good thing about
I don't want
like
to sit
doing the
outside.
classifieds on this turn was that next turn he
I'll
can just
move behind this.
move everyone forward to the middle
Great thing.
Behind
of the
this box,
table and
this gray box.
kill as much stuff as possible
There.
and not care about the
Here's your
classifieds.
COC.
Yes,
And I think
yes, that's
I
true.
think on this turn,
Yep, I'll pistol
Sneaky
you.
Snake also has to bring his troops forward, or he like not for the objective points, but because he needs to kill those
I think
Morats,
you
he
can
needs to
template.
come forward. He doesn't have orders to bring them back.
Yes.
That's pretty wide. But you probably can because it's big teardrop. Yeah. Okay, I'll dodge.
Yeah, I think Zulu.
Okay.
The
Double chain rifle to both of them. Let's see.
what did Squala do?
Shoot with a multi-pistol.
Yeah, that's the right call for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing the right place here. Dodging with the Zulu Cobra, and then yeah, there's no problem hitting
you got
both of them.
Cool.
Yeah, what's the physique of
Dodge
Zulu
with the
Cobra?
KHD.
11, so
Nice.
yeah.
Maybe.
And even
Pass the dodge.
had he taken a hit, there was a still reasonable chance of
she'll go
passing the
back
save,
on.
so that was a low probability of scoring a kill on the Zulu Cobra.
That's burst 2 chain rifle, so
Shot.
Ah,
on
okay,
a
okay.
15.
Then it's way better.
He does 2 saves.
Okay,
Yep. And 2 saves for you.
even so, 55% chance to dodge. Okay, and that's
Yeah.
a dead Daduratsi.
I
Okay,
make
2
one.
wounds. That's pretty
Fail?
bad.
No, I actually
No.
failed both.
oh, that's really unlucky for
Structure point.
Yeah.
Snake.
Okay. I think that was worth it.
Yeah, that result actually made it worth it.
Yes, yes, that made it worth it.
Because now he has to
And
be
oh-
really careful with the Squallow.
And obviously, actually, I think there may have been a thing here that I didn't realize previously. Just doing 1 wound to that Squallow would have been important because the Gyosot has T2 on its BS attacks, so it effectively causes 2 wounds every time it hits something. So it would force the Squallow to play really carefully around the Gyosot also. But now it has to play carefully around everything, unless he commits to repairing with the machinist.
But if the Squallow is to advance, he cannot repair it with the machinist anymore. Or it's really difficult to do that because the Palbot is also quite far away.
But you have the machinist next to the Squallow right now.
Yeah, now of course right now, but if the Squallow like goes to the midfield, then it's really far away.
I'm thinking you
I'll
have to do it
spend
now.
tactical awareness order.
Okay, so now it's the Varuna turn.
I'll come back.
Okay, taking a look at the
Yeah.
also troublesome Daturatsi.
So did you vault on the box or?
Yeah. I think I can like vault up and vault back very slightly. Just with like the last.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's see if this is finally the end
just
of
to see
the
your DAT.
heroic Daturatsi.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a really crucial roll
So you wouldn't
Yes.
be in
for the
cover.
Daturasi. If the Daturasi manages to
I don't have cover.
put down smoke,
Yeah, that's huge.
My best bet still is to just drop a smoke in front of me, and then I'll be pretty safe.
So I'll shoot you on 12.
So 12s on the Squalo,
I'll use shock ammo. Probably.
17 on the Daturatsi.
Nice.
It sounded like sneak. That's
everything. Nice.
Oh, that's really unlucky for the snake again.
That's
Cool.
exactly what we were afraid might happen.
Yeah, that's one really unlucky Squalo.
Okay. What do we want to do now?
And for the listeners there, in a situation like this, for newer listeners out there, obviously veterans know this, but as you heard, Sneaky Snake was using shock ammo on the Daturatsi, which was a giveaway that he probably doesn't have a classified that requires interacting with this unconscious model here, like for example Predator, or I don't know if there might be others also.
Actually,
Because he was
maybe
willing to take up.
espionage or something.
Yeah, there are a number of. I don't remember all the new ones yet by heart.
Yeah,
okay.
and I really don't think that Varuna would have Predator against Morats, although if there's another classified that was impossible to complete Predator,
Yeah,
at least
and also Morats aren't actually that much of a close combat faction, despite their brutish reputation.
The front guy.
And when you can just use coup de grace to achieve that card, it's really doable against anybody, really.
Yeah, actually, like funny thing is that usually the easiest opponents to like complete Predator against is probably Combined Army and Shasvasti, and also Bakunin, because Bakunin has Popniks that you can easily kill in CC when you kill the one that is not attacking, and then Combined Army has Taigas that use Berserk.
A crit and 3 hits, so 5, 6.
Yes, that's true. But also factions that are eager to push forward usually leave a lot of unconscious people that you can just step their necks on and complete it that way also.
Okay, now Fusiliers is taking the game into their hands. Deleting the paramedic.
I get this warning thing with the Surya, but just turn around.
Sounds good.
Change. Oh, wait a sec, you have the help there. Can't change too much. There, I should still be able to. Yeah, I'll be able to see you if you come over either of those corners. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
I think now it is essential for Snake to keep his Squalo alive.
Okay. I'm gonna spend an order.
Because Squalo can.
So
I already spent an order. So spending another order. We're gonna go. I'm just gonna move with the.
Sure.
Okay.
So somebody can see here.
The Zulu Cobra strikes back.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Probably going after the Rindak again.
Yes, and if he takes out the Rindak, then he might just go for the Ragnarok as well. That's actually not a bad engagement for the Zulu Cobra to take, since it's likely to take out the Ragnarok no matter what the Ragnarok chooses to do, and there is a world where he just saves the Vulcan shotgun shot.
Like so.
It's arm 1, so there's an okay chance of saving the Vulcan shotgun.
Alright, next order.
Okay, but the Ragnarok is actually BTS 6, so it's not a great target for the Breaker combi rifle, but still.
Yeah, BTS 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so
without cover.
Whip check.
Okay, so there is a whip check. That's probably the nano espionage.
Nice.
And they're actually willpower 13, so
yeah,
these are elite pano. Snake also has HVD designation and mapping.
Okay.
Pretty bad classifieds, actually.
And the Ragnarok gets dodged, by the way.
What was it? The other ones, mapping and.
Yeah, mapping and HVD designation. So basically, actually, the Zulu Cobra can do the HVD designation. That's the spotlight one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
to use the Echo Bravo for that.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
And
so
did he
that's
get flash pulse there, or what
yeah,
happened?
which one?
What were those 3 rolls Sneaky Snake made?
I don't actually know.
2 orders left.
Ah,
guess I
I
could
think
technically
Rindak
open
has flash pulse and it
Prestige.
used the flash pulse there.
Okay.
you, yeah, only with the group without
Yeah, in group 1, yeah.
without the tackle and with the group.
Also, another aspect in this game is that because the tournament format in IGL this season is a bit different, so the players who make it into top 16 will have this kind of like playoffs round. So they will kind of continue an individual tournament after that, uh, eliminating each other until there are only 2 left who will then play the final game. So as long as
Not very nice of you.
Sneaky Snake can get 1 tournament
Okay,
point from this
I'm gonna
game,
spend an
he
order
will be most likely
my
within the top
Fusilier
16
boy.
and still has a chance to win the tournament.
He's gonna go
Okay,
4.
I didn't know
Well, I guess
realize
I
that
can
the
only go
math
3.
on who's going to make the top 16 cut worked that way.
That's worse.
But
Uh,
in this mission, it's a bit tough to get that 1 tournament
Touch
point
this,
because
3,
you would need to
and
get
he will
5
go 4.
OPs and
DLC.
securing your own.
only basically only 4 OPs is enough. If you take your own zone
So I'll just
and complete 3
go another 3
classifieds,
inches with him.
Yeah, and the other guy gets 6 by doing the same and controlling the middle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stops.
yeah, okay.
I think actually 6-4 score is pretty common in Frontline.
2,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
so
we'll go prone.
that could be enough
Okay.
for Snake here.
Yeah, so basically if he
Yeah.
wants to, he can just try to control his own zone on his turn and then bring in the Echo Bravo to complete 1 classified. And
But
then
he would need to
and then
complete
secure
2
HVT.
basically.
He can secure HVT with
Ah,
1
true,
and then
yeah, true. So drop it behind the blue container, spotlight the HVT twice,
yeah,
and clear this
beams.
guy, the Suryat out.
Next order.
Echo Bravo is
Here we
whip
go.
12 though, so
Ah,
those 2 spotlights might be a
You have to move
bit
so that
tough.
first touch with, yep.
2. And then
then again,
One
whip
can
12
move
is
out.
only
Yeah.
10 percentage points worse on the success value than whip 14,
touch the
so
last turn, so she can go 3 to
he should
here,
be able to power through.
Yep.
and paramedic will stay, and this guy will just be broken out.
I'll check if you're in.
I think my personal best is 6 or 7 failed willpower 14 rolls in a row to click a console, so you can
Okay,
do that
sorry.
with high willpower models
So-
also.
Cover.
Yeah, I've done it myself as well.
You have still the team of 4.
Just 3. This now.
Just 3.
Yeah, I seem to
this is-
remember a
But you started
finals
from
game
team of
between
4.
you and me
Oh
where
yeah.
you
You
couldn't
do get
pass
the
a willpower
bonuses
roll to
for
save
this-
your life.
this order.
Yeah, I couldn't pass anyone else in that game.
You'll be on 13s.
But yeah, sometimes Infinity is like that.
Anyway, I think
Okay, now the Fusiliers are
this double action.
threatening the
I will
Suryat.
come to you.
This is gonna be interesting.
Come on, Fusiliers.
7 is good.
Ooh.
Oh!
You
7.
beat me.
Yep, 7 is-
Unlucky for the
Suryat will-
Fusilier.
2 saves.
Not today.
Toast.
Yeah,
Our team is broken. Nice.
now the team is broken.
A classic.
I don't know if we can afford to reform it anymore.
What do we do now?
No. And that was the first group, right?
Yeah, see all
Very
orders
camo
for the
from
first group.
Stunned.
Yeah, so he can't even continue that assault with the next
you can.
Fusilier either.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, that's rough, because now the Suryat can alone probably clear these guys out of here.
Kill these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's their thing. Hard to kill, otherwise no surprises.
but I don't know if
Alright,
Apestrong
I'm
has
spending
really
a regular
the
order.
orders to kill those
gonna
with
come
the
out to
Suryat
here.
because he has to get his models
Maybe a
at
little
least to
more.
the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
that may also be true.
although putting
Yeah. That's for
Varuna in loss of lieutenant would be pretty nice
Check the zone of control.
because that would
Yeah,
also that would also seal the game.
Yeah, probably.
We're not, so we'll do
Then again, there seem to be rather many victory conditions for Apestrong at this point.
zero range for both weapons.
assassinating the lieutenant, just continuing order attrition, taking out that last
Okay,
squallow. I think
slide
all of
back over
those
to you.
pretty much work.
Okay. Very good.
The Dutch. Let's move one flange here.
Okay, now the Helotis was trying to get rid of Suryat, but Suryat dodged.
Okay.
Or is it half an inch actually when I'm prone?
Yeah, when you're prone, it's just half an inch.
Does difficult terrain affect dodges?
I don't think it does. I can check.
Is gone.
Okay, so far you've only lost 2 orders.
Now there's still
How
this
am I gonna
second
manage?
group and the other Squallow left.
Sorry, did you say I can recamo with if I'm stunned?
Yeah. That, at least in my understanding.
Yeah, the difficult terrain only affects your move attribute. It
Yeah,
does not
so
affect your dodging distance. So dodging models usually
Actually,
are better off dodging in water anyway.
no, I won't. Actually, I won't. Okay. I'm gonna spend my LT order on the Squallows.
okay, where is Squallow gonna go?
He cannot shoot.
He could get a shot at the Kyosat from like behind the gray wall.
From where?
The gray wall in the middle.
Yeah, if he goes that close, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
still would be out.
That does feel, and he would be in repeater range there.
Oh yeah,
also.
true. I forgot the repeater. True. He can't go there.
Okay. That's 1.
And he has to stay
Do
far away from the Daturasi as well.
I was about to say that the Squallow pilot's blood pressure is probably through the ceiling, but then I remember that the pilot is actually deployed on Varuna, probably watching the sunset behind the desktop computer he's using to drive the thing. So
yeah, but I think he still might be, or she might be afraid of losing their job after the
no promotion
performance
coming
today.
so
Yeah.
far.
3.
Yeah, I think that pilot might be a Fusilier in the next battle.
Frontline duty for you.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's aquatic.
This is really a tough line for Sneaky Snake to walk, because now he needs to conserve that Squallow for the last turn so that he can at least secure his own zone.
Okay.
But at the same time, if he isn't aggressive enough, then Apestrong will be left with too much to roll into to his lines with and finish the job.
Yeah.
We missed it.
Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna spend the NCO order, and I'm going to move 6 here, and then another 4.
Okay, Squallow goes hunting.
Okay, double or nothing.
Shouldn't have any reactions.
He's got like 2, max 3 orders left on that thing. I don't know.
Basically 3 orders max. I think with a couple of orders he could be able to shoot Rindak.
Yeah,
but then he's there.
In that future, the Kyosot is probably going to take him out.
Yeah, or
Okay,
Raktorak.
sorry, I'm gonna take that back really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Sneaky Snake also realized that he needs to.
Yeah.
He just needs to keep the Squallow alive.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Alright. Another order. Oh, okay. Maybe I can do this.
I think Apestrong has
I'll
really
go 6.
placed his models well. That
Yep.
even though
Yes.
some of them are in the midfield,
Not
they are
big
really
enough
hard
show
to
you that.
get to.
I mean the Kaitok over there.
Yeah, I don't think I'm tall enough.
Probably not.
Yeah, out of
Alright.
all the people that
Sorry, I'm just
I
crawling
have
around
played
right now.
against,
Yeah,
at
just
least regularly play against, Apestrong is by far the one I find
Okay.
most difficult.
I'm just gonna
Find it
go
most
into
difficult to
here
attack against.
and go into discretion because I have a
Yeah,
little
especially when he plays with Morats that are defensively
my
a
last
strong faction.
order.
Okay, suppressive fire.
The hell lot. I'm just gonna come out to here.
So it looks
Yeah.
like
Cool. And
Snake
that's
is
it for me.
trying to just keep the Squallow alive for his
Yes.
last turn. And if the Squallow stays alive, that will at least make it possible for him to get his own zone.
Classifies.
Yes, yes.
And then hopefully a couple of
if
more
he's looking for
classifieds.
that one tournament point, this is probably the way he needs to play. I'm not sure about the execution.
Can you give me just
Everything
one
happens so quickly, but I think this is the philosophy that you want to apply.
And even if it didn't have the this tournament format, if this was a normal tournament, I think there are some situations where you just have to like think realistic about the situation and consider what you can do to get at least one tournament point.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
true.
sure if this was that situation, but it very well could be that there is no realistic way for Sneaky Snake to get back into the game.
Yeah, that's entirely true. And
And
also,
the
I think something that you have helped me understand is that also in the opposite situation where you're winning, you sometimes in a tournament you need to consider, am I winning enough, and maybe could I do something to win more. I personally have a very much a mindset where I tend to view just at the game and how I'm going to win this, and sometimes when you're winning convincingly enough, you need to start really considering, can I get more points out of this somehow.
Okay.
yeah, I think in most games you're just looking to win,
Yeah.
but when you're playing an ITS tournament or any Infinity tournament that has a large field, just winning all your games or most of your games might not be enough for the best possible result, and you need to think also about the objective points that you get.
Not in camo. You didn't read camo.
No, I didn't.
But in this situation, this tournament format does really create this interesting dynamic where Apestrong isn't incentivized to go balls to the walls either.
What about this one?
Just securing a 6-4 win for him is an excellent result, and he doesn't need to try and overachieve.
I see.
Yeah, but also the pairings will be a bit different, so they won't use the Swiss system anymore in the top 16. Instead,
sure.
the first one in the standings will be paired with the number 16, second with number 15, and so on. So the higher up you're in the standings, the less likely you are to get a really good opponent on your next game.
Yeah, for sure. But if you're looking either at the potential big win or just a 6 objective point, effectively 5 tournament point win, you might just go for the latter just to be sure.
Yeah.
I'll put 2 light rocket launcher shots in you.
Yeah, I mean the priority should always be to win, and then if you have secured a win, then you can start thinking about the objective points in a normal situation.
Yeah, please quote me on what I just said when I next time I'm winning a game and decide to go all in and end up losing.
Yeah.
All right, 2 saves, continuous damage.
Hell, convincingly wins stuff face to face with.
Okay, and takes him out.
Really? 5 plus. Yeah, it does. True.
Yeah, he's
okay.
They actually played that wrong because the crit
You're not a
isn't
paramedic.
continuous, but it didn't matter because he failed both first
I do have the
saves and passed
Oh,
both
yeah.
second ones, so that's okay.
I don't think there were critical hits in that case.
Daturasi.
But sorry, actually no.
Yeah, I think it was
You're right.
24. So
And
No,
but
he
the,
just
yeah, the Helot
beat
was
him
looking for.
twice
just
clean.
near
Yeah.
Okay,
the path to
okay, yeah.
close combat, basically, I move alongside the container here.
Right.
To close combat with the
The Helot that could.
bot.
Okay, the other Daturasi is now going to
Can't
CC
you...
Fugazi.
I don't... You're too small. Bot would try his best to stun you with the CC, para CC.
Yep. I'm just thinking, is it possible now that I use the chain rifles so that they
It is. Yeah, he's going to do the
place it here and then
corner shotgun trick here and
Yeah,
place
maybe.
the template,
I can,
template so that he
I'll
gets
dodge
both
with
of
the
them.
machinist. I mean, obviously, but...
Yeah.
it'll go with -3, but I think I can do it from here.
But I don't know if this is actually the right
Yeah.
play here
Probably
because the
double check
Fugazi
what
will
to do.
bite
Cool.
the Daturasi,
Dodge with the
immobilizing him.
machinist.
Okay, fails.
10. Yeah. Cool. And then my stun and CC
No.
fails.
Okay,
2 saves on the machinist.
Gone.
Conscious, but it doesn't matter. 2 saves on the Fugazi.
Okay.
yeah, this was unlucky for a Snake. There was a
Yes.
quite
And
okay chance for the Fugazi to stun the Daturasi, and then the Daturasi would have just been there
For sure.
outside of any scoring zones.
or actually, it's immobilized, right? It's not stunned.
Uh,
Doing it?
Para-CC.
yeah, para CCV
Yeah.
immobilizes. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
What I would actually maybe do here with the, well, I don't know, that would be risky, but I could activate the Surya, just move like 4 inches forward, split the burst on all of the Helot,
Cobra.
Fusilier, and Auto Fusilier.
I guess I'll use the NCO.
But you don't have any burst. So you have burst one gun. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so you
true.
can,
Yeah. I don't think that would be terrible. It's unlikely that you go down to any of those shots, even if you lose the face-to-face. So
yeah, then you would likely remove 1 or 2 of those models,
yeah.
and then it will be a lot easier to move this link forward.
Okay.
Because currently, actually, he needs to take out the Helot.
Yeah, I'll shoot you.
So probably the best is to first take out the Helot to be a bit safer,
Yeah.
because Dartok cannot climb
I'll
down.
give you the,
Although he has to keep something in
Blitz.
his own zone as
2
well, so
saves.
I don't know what he will
Okay,
use to.
Toast. A shot. It was good. 1 save.
Okay, so it looks like they're trading the Raktorak and the Zulu Cobra.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense for Apestrong. I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
yeah, Raktorak is a bit cheaper than Zulu Cobra, and that removes 1 order and 1 tactical
And
element.
he even has a paramedic there if he wants to bring back the Ragnarok. It's possible.
Yeah. I think now the question for Apestrong is that, well, first of all, can he? Well, he cannot get into CC with Squala with his Daturasi. I guess it's too far away. But how will Apestrong spread his troops to his own zone and to the middle zone? Because at the moment he doesn't have enough models in the middle to take control of that, nor in the zone of Varuna.
Yeah, that's true. The middle zone is. I always am surprised how small the middle zone is. So you really need to push forward in order to capture that.
Yeah, but then if he moves too much troopers in the middle zone, there is the one catastrophic scenario that the Echo Bravo comes into the
24.
home zone of Morats, kills something, maybe a Giga Drone or something, and takes that zone.
Yeah, but if he spends the orders on Ikatrons to move them forward, he has 2 of them, and it's really difficult to outpoint even one of those. But he doesn't have any command tokens left, so he can't perform a coordinated order to push those guys forward.
Yeah, one Ikadron will stop to the difficult terrain if it moves. But actually, Ikadrons are in the second group, so they do not
So-
really interfere with anything. And currently he has, or like potentially has in the middle, Rindak, Kiosot, and one Suryat.
And the Gaki in all its glory.
Yeah, probably Gaki as well. Yeah, for sure Gaki is also there. I mean, Rindak is not quite there yet, but
Fusilier.
it's quite easy to move Rindak there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can move the Rindak there and try and paramedic the Raktarak on the same go, probably. So you get good value out of that.
Yeah,
And then here I would have the Kaitok. The other Kaitok.
currently Varuna has nothing on the scoring zones except one Fusilier on his own zone.
Okay. I'll activate the Rindak. Let's see. I can now see
Then again, if the
the help there.
And
it
the
really isn't going to require all that much to put something there
Here.
if Apestrong
Yeah.
doesn't get really aggressive.
Helot will LRLU, and the Fusilier will dodge.
Just a sec.
I think Rindak is trying to flash pulse the Helot.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Why?
I think there was a line of fire where Rindak started from. Probably.
Okay.
I can make it on the box there. Yeah. Let's think about it now. You'll be on long range.
I think
Or it might
that's
also
a-
just dodge.
But that's a bad spot to move to, right? Because as
I'll just
Rindak
dodge.
is here,
Okay.
can't you?
-2.
I'm on a
Okay.
minus.
I was wondering if you could place a template under the Rindak and hit the Kiosot on the same go.
I think Rindak will
I'll go
move
down from this box.
move
You can
again
see me still.
because it wants to
What the hell?
heal Raktarak.
No, I can't. I don't think so, at least.
So I didn't need to go on the box. But
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm on like a 2.
yeah. Well, let's check.
Actually, I might not even be able to hit you.
Yeah, it's over 32. I'll give
Yeah,
you
if
the
it's -6
-3
range,
my
minus
dodge.
from cover and dodge,
Yeah.
Cover.
no chance.
Yeah.
Probably can't hit. And the Fusilier was going to take
It's
a shot.
dodging.
Oh, the Fusilier was dodging. Okay.
Yeah.
And my dodge passes.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I didn't move at all with the Kiosot. Is that fine if I move
Yeah,
with
go
the
for it.
Kiosot?
Yeah, you can move with the keys.
It's just gonna.
Ah, they're still in a fire team. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
roll dodge.
You could potentially eliminate a dice roll here by running the Rindak into base-to-base contact with the Ragnarok and then pushing forward, and then you get your medikit delivered without the need to hit.
Yeah.
Couple of inches there. Kiosot's dodge.
Raktarak has physic 12, so if it gets
It's good.
2 hits, it's
Ah, it has
pretty good chance
medic.
of.
Its medikit has
Okay.
plus burst. Ah, okay, yeah, I didn't
Hasn't
realize
done
that.
much,
Yeah,
but
then
Yeah.
obviously you shoot.
Showing
Yeah,
up
for
now.
sure. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Athletics. Okay. Rindak. We'll pass here. A little bit more. 2.5.
Okay. Sounds good.
Kiosot here. I'll double tap the Raktarak.
You're being first. Wait, the Raktarak?
First.
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, the Raktarak. First two.
Yeah.
Okay, one hit.
It's only one.
So you get killed.
Oh!
Ooh, unlucky.
Dang,
Wrong
dude.
pistol, damn.
Yeah.
Our Healy guys are pretty shit this time.
Oof. And then I'll try to save the Daturasi as well.
Yeah, you can actually say the Daturasi with Rindak as well. With one order.
Yes, that's true.
But he has to place Rindak somewhere that the Squala cannot just shoot him too easily.
If it's touching the
Did you use
difficult
the
terrain,
lieutenant
it could
or- oh,
hunker
yeah,
behind the red
No,
thing
yeah, you're good.
over
On the
there
rough, rough.
Yeah,
and
cool.
shoot on the way there. Be in a pretty safe position, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
We'll have a look at
balls to the wall.
Okay, Rindak is he bringing Rindak to
I guess.
Varuna's zone?
I think he just did. But that's, I think, a good tactic also in a way that you force your opponent to spend more points to outpoint you on their zone so they can't spend points trying to outpoint you in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's a good play. So Squall can only be in one place, and especially if the Suryat on the other flank manages to kill a couple of Fusiliers,
Yes, exactly.
then there's nothing that
Just
can
so you
take the
know,
Varuna's own
for
zone
you
except
remember from last time. I can see him right
Squalo.
there with the Helot. This guy.
Can.
He's,
Oh.
yeah, he can see right here.
Oh yeah, there, but not right now.
No. He can't see anybody right now.
Yep. Okay.
Apestrong still has plenty of orders to go.
Well, I think he has to use at least 2 of those orders for Ikadrons. Well,
Yes.
at least one to bring the
and probably even more, because I don't know if there's enough space on top of the building where the Dartok is positioned in order to take position where he's inside the zone.
I think there might be, because only like over half of the base needs to be in there.
Okay.
So if he just moves next to Dartok,
Okay, that should
yeah,
be fine then. Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly, but I think it could be enough if I remember correctly.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm like 80% sure that there's space.
And probably that won't end up mattering anyway. So
If there's both Dartok and Rindak there, then the Echo Bravo cannot take that zone anymore.
Activate the Ikadron here. So is it that
okay,
I
so
can't
now
move any
spending
more with
the
this
order.
order that just
Yeah.
stopped there?
That
Is that really so?
that Kaitok
That's
dying was really unlucky
my
for
understanding.
Apestrong. It could have
Yes.
easily
Yeah, that's my understanding.
brought
Is when you hit
more than 20 points
when you hit it, you can't
to one
do
zone.
you can't dodge, you can't make any other.
And it
movements.
also
I mean,
makes,
you could dodge,
had
but
he
you
taken
can't
out
move
the
with
Helot,
dodge, so.
everything else on that flank would have been way easier to operate.
Yeah,
Use another one.
I think he still can easily move this other Kaitok to a zone.
Yeah.
Actually, this one Fusilier is standing up. He can even move the Kaitok forward and shoot the Fusilier with a Flamen Spear. Actually, two
Yeah,
Fusiliers with a Flamen Spear.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Because it has 6-2 move, so
Yeah, so you could get 5 inches forward and.
Here.
yeah, 5
Okay,
inches
so
forward.
he's spending yet another order on that Ikadron. Okay, he really wants it there.
Okay, this is interesting. But yeah, I guess he will just leave the Daturasis where they are. I mean, it would have taken a lot of orders to bring the other Daturasi all the way from the back of Varuna deployment zone into any scoring zones. And the last order.
I don't think that's what you want to do, but maybe pushing it just so that it can see something. So it's something your opponent has to worry about. It's something that's going to whip out a heavy pistol or dodge into a zone or something. Because effectively, from the game standpoint, the corner Daturatsi, who has done a tremendous amount of work, is effectively dead now, because he's not scoring and he's not threatening an ARO, so he's effectively not there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the last order goes to this Ikadron to move it into a zone if there is enough space on the roof.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm curious to see how Apestrong uses the rest of the Group 1 orders.
I wonder if he has seen the fire lanes for the Kaidok. 5 inches, well, I think 5 inches would be enough. It would go through the decompression zone, but it doesn't matter because it could see 2 Fusiliers and use the Flamen Spear there.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's a really high value play because you get the points and you get the shots.
And then the Kaidok just can stand there.
Yeah, and if Sneaky Snake uses orders to take him out, then good, great.
Yeah, he will not have a lot of orders for his last turn. Especially if like 1 or 2 Fusiliers die. And he still has to think about the classifieds as well.
Yeah.
And actually, by the way, because it's a hacker, the mapping is not going to be easy to do. Because there's Dartak on the other side and Ikadron on the other side. So mapping is pretty much impossible for.
And actually now, so it's the edge with the designation, because you would need to be able to come within 8 of the HVT and not within 8 of the Ikadron. That's a repeater. I think that's what Apestrong was doing there. He's protecting the HVT from the hacker.
Yeah, although he doesn't know that there is a hacker or that
no,
there
he
is
doesn't, but he may suspect it.
Yeah.
Or fear it, whatever.
Yeah, I think he does suspect that there is either a Krokman or an Echo Bravo, and they both have hacker profiles. So
yes.
That's, of course, one threat that he could face. Of course, there is a way if he's really careful with his zone of control.
yes.
If he's just on the edge, but it's going to be quite difficult. Oh, now the Kaidok is going forward.
It should only be another 2 inches because you started in.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. One less there. Can I see anyone?
Okay, and then pew pew.
Yeah, you can see the Fusiliers.
Yeah, I can see some Fusiliers there. Yeah, right.
So it doesn't have plus burst for Flamen Spear, so only 1 Flamen Spear.
I could keep away. If it's okay, I'll keep.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So that I can only see 1 of them.
Okay, now so now he's
Yeah,
by
okay.
slicing.
Yeah, paramedic will dodge.
Okay, I'll shoot the
Paramedic.
No cover.
Okay.
I wonder if this is within 32. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
150.
Cool.
So 1 on 15 against 1 on 10. 8 is pretty good. Okay,
Nice.
successful.
Okay.
Paramedic will dodge prone. Back 1 inch.
Okay, then he can shoot the other Flamen Spear to the other one if he wants.
Yeah, if he feels like it. Or maybe even against the Helot, because the Helot is actually the one that's more threatening to the Suryat. If you could just take out the Helot, then the Suryat could stand up and take out those 2 Fusiliers, no problem.
Yeah.
Should I just get a little greedy?
And you could also leave the well, okay, it doesn't have any long range AROs once it shoots the other Flamen Spear, so it really doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah, Apestrong is considering his options.
Yeah, it's not actually.
I will go to the bathroom real quick and get some more water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So the Sneaky Snake order pool doesn't look very good for the next turn, even the way things stand. So any further casualties will really add up. Because there are only 4 regular orders available, so if he were to lose 1 or 2 of those Fusiliers, it would really hurt his prospects even further. It looks like the Kiosot and the Rindak duo is advancing. Interesting to see where they will intend to end up.
No one can see me.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Guess I think second move.
We might even see some suppressive fire action over here. Even though Apestrong is running out of orders rather quick.
Did I only made one move with the Rinda, didn't I?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so it rather looks
I
like
think I gotta go prone.
Apestrong is looking to
I think I gotta
box
go prone
the
Yeah.
Squallow in
Then you can
with this, the remnants of his offensive Harries.
there. Going prone.
Okay, going prone to avoid
One more.
the... Yep. What should we call it? Helot. And the Kiosot is advancing forward.
There.
Not quite reaching cover, it would seem.
There.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Apestrong is pushing forward what remains of his offensive Harries, and I'm not yet sure whether he's looking to box in the Squallow with maybe some suppressive fire action, or is he just stacking points on his opponent's area in order to force
Move the Rinda.
Sneaky Snake to use the Squallow there.
This way.
Okay, interesting.
Sounds good.
I think the Rindak's gonna go here.
Cool.
Just behind the wall.
Mhm.
And another move with the Kiosot coming here.
Okay, so Kiosat is gonna be prone on the bridge.
Nice. Slightly like that.
Yeah, if
Making
that's the
it-
case, it's going to be really difficult to dig him out of there.
Yeah, well, it depends whether they can see through the gaps on the
But even
Like-
if they can, I don't know if you can see him well. Yeah, I don't know.
I think actually like Squall could like come over some of these obstacles and they could see it.
Yeah,
Let Surya to do.
maybe going into suppressive fire there might be a good idea.
Yeah, that's also true. Because it also probably would be within 16 inches for the Squallow.
Yeah, so difficult range for it to engage a target like that. And
The
I was
Squallow,
sorry.
yeah, the Squallow will have 3 orders left unless he moves it into another group.
Yeah, that was what I was looking at, that there aren't that many orders altogether.
Hello.
And the Squallow needs to get
Yeah.
to somewhere with
Yeah.
those orders.
Yeah,
Not
not
just
get killed by
shoot.
doing so.
Yeah,
But
I think it would be really useful for Apestrong to kill at least one Fusilier. Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
yeah, that would neuter the first group effectively.
if I move backwards
Yeah.
here, let's say if I move somewhere here,
And also standing there would
the
also
red can
make
see
him
with your
a
help.
difficult target to take out. Would stop these units advancing.
Come over here. Maybe you can't.
No, I don't think so.
but then Squallow could shoot him.
That won't do.
Yeah, but those are orders that the Squallow can't afford really.
Bring the Kaitok there.
Yeah, well, it could move just forward and shoot Suryat once. Because Suryat has only burst 1 from there.
Yeah, but it's still armor 7 in cover, immune to AP, difficult
Yeah.
to take out in one go. I wonder if Apestrong is hoping to get it behind the QAZ zone in order to try and leverage the saturation, but I don't know if that's possible.
Okay.
Thing here. Yep.
Okay, the Kyosat indeed goes into suppressive fire.
Do not have much in the middle.
Dakka dakka.
Guess I'll have to
There
take
is
that
no
first.
actually way that Echo Bravo could come from the side. I can
Yes.
see Sneaky Snake's cursor somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah.
Possibly taking those same lines of fire, and it should Rindak in the back and then Kyosat in the back.
Panzer the Kyosot, yeah. But if they're within 8 of each other, when you shoot the other turns around. So you need to pick your target carefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no, the Daturasi is going somewhere.
Naturatsi looks like it's going to cover their rear effectively.
Yeah. I wonder if
Maybe
Apestrong
unknowingly,
realizes
but
that there
still.
is one order missing.
Yeah, okay. It looks like he's really focusing on that. And now the Echo Bravo is going to be really pinned in because it can't come inside the Ikatron's repeater area, and now if the Daturatsi is watching the other possible areas of entry, it's really difficult for it to make its presence felt on that flank.
Although Skuala could just
Then I have the Gaki here.
step onto a box and see that Daturasi.
Yeah,
But then
you have to
Kyosat
take out
will
the
also
Kyosat
see.
first.
Yeah.
Just moves prone there.
And if you take first the Kyosat and then the Daturasi, that's only one order left for the Skuala, which is not going to be enough.
Yes, exactly.
There's also still this one repeater here, which also makes it
put the Squalls in group 1.
pretty difficult to find any place for the Echo Bravo on the other side.
Okay.
Yes, very
Okay,
much
Skuala
so.
goes into group 1. Yeah, this is one reason why I was thinking that he probably should take out at least one Fusilier so that there would be less orders
For sure.
for the Squalo if it moves it.
And then I need to get
If it's
to
moved
the
to the
middle.
first group. Yeah, I don't think there's any safe spot in the middle zone for the Echo Bravo. But if he's able to take out the Kyosat with Squala, then move Squala into the middle zone,
Let's spend our
that would be
lieutenant
probably
order
enough to
on
take the middle
Squallas.
zone and
Actually, I'm
then
gonna spend his
bring
turn
Echo Bravo into his own
or
zone.
not his tactical orders, but
That would be enough for the own zone as well if
we're
the
just gonna
Kyosat
go
is
2, 4,
dead.
3, just basically along cover to here.
There is actually still a chance for
Oh,
Sneaky Snake, I think.
Yeah, I'll HMG you.
Yeah, this is why I so hate going first in front line.
Range, you have cover, I'll be on 10.
Because there's always the chance, no matter how good you do.
Cover, suppressive fire.
Wow, 2 and a 4.
Okay, this might be it.
Okay, this is a rather important save right now.
It's good enough, yeah.
Yeah.
It's AP.
The 8.
One AP save.
Yeah, okay, 1 save.
Oh, he makes it.
It was almost a 1.
Yeah. He has still...
He won't be able to get back or get value out of effectively.
Could I take 2-minute break?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Couple of minutes.
Okay, so 4 orders plus the NCO order for the squad. I think squad can still afford to take at least one face-to-face in cover.
Yeah, actually, on the middle zone, I don't think... Does Apestrong have anything else except the Daturatsi and the Kaki? Definitely in the middle.
I think Suryat is... No, actually Suryat might not be in the middle.
Yeah, because I'm starting to think that he's out. So then just taking out that Kyosot and getting into the middle zone would secure actually that 4. You obviously would have to take out the Kaitok also because it's watching that lane, or you would have to advance another way.
Yeah, if the Suryat is in Varuna's zone, then indeed taking out the Kiosot and then moving Squala there would secure that zone.
And actually it might even be enough if you take out the Kyosot and manage somehow to bring in the Echo Bravo, but I don't think you can. And bring it on the right flank in the middle zone because of the Daturatsi. Then again, if you use an order on the Squall to take out the Daturatsi, then sure, you can bring it from there and it secures that zone, right? And then you just need to secure your own. And
it is actually difficult. Like, I actually also think that the Suryat is probably on Varuna's zone.
Cool.
But I don't know if Apestrong and Sneaky Snake realize
you
that.
realize that, yeah.
And if Sneaky Snake estimates that wrong,
yeah,
then
that may have a rather dramatic effect on the end result.
Yeah, I don't know if Apestrong realizes that it's probably on Varuna's zone instead of middle. But also if Sneaky Snake guesses that wrong, that could even take the win away from. Okay, Helot is going forward, trying to.
Let me think though.
Let this be a lesson for you kids back home. 185 years in the future, the only way to know which zones are important is to memorize them on your mind. There's no optical devices that can help you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it.
Yeah, that's how the future works.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an HRL shot or an LRL shot into the repeater.
Okay, interesting. Oh, he
nice.
failed.
Oh, failed. So he's intending to bring it from this flank, right? He's trying to take out the repeater in order to facilitate that.
Yeah, because then he could shoot Suryat in the back.
Yeah, and he could just bring it to secure the middle anyway.
Number 2.
Yeah, even if Suryat leaves.
Because surely the hacker is more expensive than the Daturatsi and the Kaki combined.
This repeater right here.
Yeah, they have Intelcom cards, but usually there is no such like huge difference in their values.
One save.
This is
the damn repeater.
Yeah, this is frustrating for Varuna. By the way, why he didn't move the other Helot forward? Because now the Helot is not in the zone. You could have easily just moved the Helot to the zone by moving it like 2 inches forward. Now you can of course use a Fusilier to shoot it.
I'm going to go
or Squala.
Squala now.
But Squala has to shoot Kyosat as well.
The LT order, and we're gonna go.
Okay.
3 inches to here.
We are getting a nail biter of a finish for this match after all.
I'm not gonna use his order.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead,
although
I'm gonna use the lieutenant order on this future,
classifieds are currently
he's just gonna run 4 inches to
3-1 to Apestrong, so even if Snake gets the middle zone and his own zone, it's gonna be a draw.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think he'll take that draw.
Yeah, the draw would be excellent for.
Take the shots.
15s.
What the range was then?
I think you missed everything.
I think everyone misses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how many do you hit with?
A crit and a hit, so 3 saves.
3. Okay.
A crit?
Do I get any dodge with the Suryat now? Probably not.
What happened though?
The Fusilier Lieutenant used an order, read the repeater after tables, arrived a suppressive fire from the Kyosot, and didn't have a dodge to the...
Okay.
So no dodge for the Suryat.
Okay, I was thinking that the Squall was shooting something, but yeah.
No, okay.
That's still really could play with the
Okay.
lieutenant
Yes,
order. Actually,
yes.
Squall could also use the lieutenant order, so I don't know why.
But he chose not to because he was afraid of
Okay,
getting shot
how
by
does the
Kios.
LOF work on this?
Yeah, that's
thing?
actually
Is
really
it true,
nice play.
or is it like supposed to be a box?
Okay, now he's trying to figure out if he can bring the.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll be
The
right back.
opening parts of the of this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I would keep them solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
perfect.
you can't see through the through those.
Cool. In that case, I'm gonna drop an EB
Yeah.
like right here.
Yep. Probably can't see. Is it the hacker?
Yeah, it's a hacker.
Okay, so now we get to the good part.
Yeah, Echo Bravo
Okay.
comes here.
I think I can't see you then.
Yeah.
With this, and no one here can see you. You didn't come to the.
Also, of course, if the Squall is
Yeah,
unable
exactly.
to
You didn't.
kill the Kyosat, then there's probably no way for Sneaky
Okay,
Snake to
cool.
get that draw.
Yeah, he has to force that issue for sure.
Because Squall needs to get into a zone.
I'm
Of
gonna spend an
of
order on
course,
the EB. He's just
the
gonna
Squall
go
could
prone
just
to here,
run forward
and
and
he's just gonna put an uncontested
take a
Panzer Faust into
face-to-face
back.
Sure.
and hope to
Okay,
survive.
Still out, so
free
I'm
Panzer
on
Faust
13.
into the Suryat.
On 13.
It was good. So 3 saves.
Ooh. But
Three
immune,
saves.
immune to AP though.
Into AP. Oh! Ouch!
Okay.
Ay, 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 ay.
Okay.
He
Next
can also
order,
shoot the Gaki if he wants,
gonna
but
go
I don't
with the
know if
Squallows.
that's gonna matter much.
We're
Okay,
gonna
now if the
basically just
Squallows
follow
gets
cover
the job done, he can force a draw
like
here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all on the hands of the Kiosat.
That was 3.5.
Yeah, it basically just
4.5,
comes down to dice in the end.
Yes.
1.5. Okay.
But
To here.
despite all
Last
the effort
reaction.
that Apestrong has put
Suppress.
into it, it
Yeah.
still comes down to dice, and this is what I
So
don't
we started
want from
within 16, but I can
so
shoot
often
you
goes
outside.
something like this.
Can you
Yeah.
still see me from there?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so
I'm
Squall
on
is
12s.
on
Or,
12s,
no,
Kiosat is
Yeah, 10 or 9s.
Hence,
A 7.
one hit only.
or
So just
No,
two.
two
I think
hits.
the 11 hits also.
Yeah.
So next.
you get
Next.
Why didn't the 11 hit?
Cool.
Does it have mimetism?
How many orders?
It has mimetism.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
and suppressive fire as well. Yeah, sure. So not 12s, 9s for Squallow.
So he has to do that again,
Mhm.
and that's the last try, and then he has to move forward with the Squallow, right?
Should I just keep on firing?
Actually, does he even need to do
Time I
that?
can calculate. No.
Squallow is worth
We're not gonna
at
do
least
that.
as much as Rindak and Kyosat, probably more.
I'll just stand
Who
there.
who is?
Let's see.
Squallow is worth.
Yeah, but
Uh,
they can see each other. So
yeah, I
if
mean,
you
yeah,
move
they can
forward, you
see
get
each other,
shot,
so
right?
yeah.
Okay. Another order on Squallows.
Okay, it's
gonna
just.
Squallow has to touch the difficulty
And I think he
as
just
well.
has to stop as soon as he hits this.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
just
this is gonna be a
stop
nail
as
biter.
soon as he hits it.
We're gonna stop there. Okay.
Now it's longer range for Kyosat.
Ask
Now you're
reactions
long.
again.
Yeah. Shooting.
Okay, I'll shoot you back.
Now you'll be on long range.
Okay, so now it's better for.
Email -9. Or -6, sorry.
Okay, so a
Three.
3-3.
Okay.
No, nothing happens.
nothing.
Do they still
happens.
have line
I
of
don't
fire?
think we see each other anymore though.
Okay. If there's no line of fire, then the Squallow can just move
Alright,
forward.
last order. I'm going
But
to go.
doesn't the Kaitok see it when it does
4.8
that?
Here.
Actually, Kaidok does see, yeah.
And I wonder if it's now
And that's basically it.
in the zone or
Mhm.
not. I think
So-
he should have gone because he does the water, gone in the
Not
water
anything
twice,
else.
maybe.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
it's probably in the zone, but it's really close.
Now do we check the zones or how does it go?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
could
we
have
check
gone in the
zones.
water. And they missed the
Calculate.
arrow.
Let's turn the grid back on.
Oh,
Squall
not
is not
quite.
in.
Had he gone in the water, he would have been fine.
Your deployment.
Yeah. It looks like the Squall is just outside of the zone.
Yeah.
Ah, that's tough.
Oh my gosh, I should have moved the full movement.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
you
he would have gotten a draw with
Well, I
that.
could have moved this way because I already touched the aquatic.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's already done.
yeah. I think you're more than half on the wrong side. Yeah, if we put this there.
Cool.
Now that you're facing directly.
The middle.
The middle would be there with the line of fire lines.
Yeah, but Sneaky Snake really made a great game out of this.
Yeah, I mean,
He was against the ropes from the get-go, but he almost brought it towards high.
Yeah, this is also one reason why I don't like Frontline so much. That sometimes it just comes down to things like this, that is the base with a line or not.
Yes, exactly. It's really tough. And especially in this situation where he actually had it, had he gone in the other direction, he would have had it.
I mean, of course, there was the line of fire with the Kaidok as well.
Yeah, they should have fought that. Even still.
I have the Gaki and the Daturasi. So those would be 18 points, and Echo Bravo Force.
They still have their Intelcom cards to show. I don't think it's going to.
I'm probably going to play the card there because I anyway have the.
What does the card do?
The Intelcom. You can place more points in the zone.
Oh, okay. How many points?
So how many? According to the number in the card.
Apestrong has 18 points.
Yeah. So anyway, it's my own zone. I get your zone.
But surely. Yeah. Okay.
How much Sneaky Snake?
Yeah.
I know it's only 5.
Oh.
Okay. Ouch.
That's actually interesting.
You may have had ones with higher.
Is that? Echo Bravo is something like
to this zone as well.
I think it's like something like 27. Daturasi is 14.
Let's see. How much is the Echo Bravo?
It's like 26.
26.
Yeah, I think so.
Plus 5, that goes to 31.
I think the Morats take the middle of the crowd with that.
Plus the Gaki, plus 18 points from the.
That's another reason I don't like Frontline. Because what card you get?
Oh my gosh.
First draw is so.
That's gonna be 9-1. Yeah, 9-1.
Yeah, should we jump in to talk with the players?
Yeah, man, no problem.
Rough situations. I appreciate you holding back the Echo Bravo until the end. So there's always the temptation to, just bring it in and start doing something. But
yeah,
I think in this case there wasn't that much that a regular hacker could do because the Morats best to keep it.
Yeah, you just had like, whenever you move this guy up, I was like, oh, okay, I can't do my classifieds anymore because I'll just get killed with the Trinity.
Yep.
Hi guys, thanks for the game. That was really exciting until the end.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope there was good entertainment here.
Yeah, it was entertaining, and everything seemed to go in the Morat's way, but Sneaky Snake almost made it a draw in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if it was a smart move to bring the Kiosk into suppressive fire, but I thought that's the way to hold back your Squallow now that it's there and it can't kind of escape from taking up a firefight with the Kiosk with only one structure point left. So.
Yeah, I'm just mad because I could have. Well, actually, I don't even know if I could have gotten the full, and whatever.
Yeah, that's really close. Also, although you missed the fire of line from here to Kaidok that the Squallow would have had to take.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I was gonna
Cruel.
say I could have dodged
Cruel.
second short skill, but I guess it wouldn't matter if the Kai talked good to see me, so
Yep.
could have just killed me. Oh
It was
well.
a
And actually,
nightmare.
it came down to the fact that the middle zone was decided by the Intelcom card. Even if you had gained that zone, the higher value Intelcom card of Apestrong would have sealed the deal. So it was
Oh
really,
yeah, yeah.
really down to luck at that point, effectively.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we played the placing the Intelcom correctly. Like, should you say it before we start measuring the zones, or well, we now did it this way, but I don't know if there's any like right way to do it. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it
We
just
can
says
check quickly.
that you can place it in one zone, but I don't know if it says anything about the
At the
timing.
end of the last game round,
yeah.
when they count up their points in an initiative order, and yeah,
Counting up the points, so that would mean how we are counting how many points are in which zone.
yeah,
so,
yeah. I think you do
so
get to add it.
So we did get it correctly.
Yeah.
Let's check the VPs. I can do the I can go write down the points in the.
Okay, thanks guys for a great matchup. It
Yeah,
was
no
nice
problem.
to see.
No problem.
Yeah, and I really like seeing the double squallow list. It's the first time for me seeing it.
Probably the last, but
Yeah, I mean the Daturasio and Apestrong first turn getting in the CC was pretty tough for Varuna.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
just
for
you
sure.
know it had to succeed 2 smokes and a dodge to get into CC.
Yeah.
I was
But I was
pretty
go-
lucky with a few things like that, and also taking out the sniper on just
Yeah.
the first contested pretty like even roll there, but
Yeah, but then on the other
that
hand,
was
but then you lost the Kaitok to Helot on one shot. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean this HRL piece is really cheap.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's kind of like a throwaway heavy weapon, but yeah, because it lost the cover. That's the problem when the fire team broke. Otherwise, it would have been probably a lot easier to kill the hell with it.
Cool. I've
Yeah.
got 154 left.
Okay, let me just count mine.
but hey, thanks guys for the game and good luck for the rest of your games. I think
Thanks,
Apestrong will definitely be in the top 16. Sneaky Snake
Yeah.
will have to see how the other
Yeah.
games go.
Cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks.
All right.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.